Okay, and then they were live. So, greetings, shiny internet strangers. Um, Tweaked a bunch of settings. Not sure about all of them yet. We, as you see, I'm on character creation, so I did delete everything and start over because some of them seem to only want to take effect when you make a new thing. So, as a hey, it's new, change the name a little bit. I actually did like the full Fidus Next, so we'll see. A little taller than last time. Like, here's default, so I'm doing a little bit. And we'll do confirm. Um, I think we'll do, yeah, all the way north in the mountain. Why not? Maybe we'll just run all the way south. I have no idea. Give up. Always give up. Confirm, because I want that achievement there. Yeah, we'll do the 8-way. Why not? I don't know. Now, I changed some stuff, so let's see what it did. Because I don't know what it is. Um, didn't change that. Lumbering to... Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see, that didn't change. I'd put this down to 5. So, I don't know, folks. I had adjusted some stuff that it doesn't seem that it took effect. We still have our 138. There's a horse. We're probably going to try and tame that. Pretty Ricky tick. What am I going to do differently? First of all, I made it decently far last time, right? But one of the things I want to do is figure out where I want to go, where I want to live, what I want to do. I think I set the resource rates to 10 times. I think. I turned up, I think, the player XP to 2 times. Just because I want to kind of catch up to where we were and I can adjust it down later. So, little higher, but not. I don't want it to be so easy that I'm like, well, this is pointless. I've done everything and there's no need to progress, no sense of accomplishment. I don't want that, right? You don't want to be like, oh, this is stupid and too easy. We adjusted the damage rates because it felt like, what's the point? Like, you're basically hitting with a wet noodle all the time. But I did go in and test it before I did the restart, and it felt like they can still totally destroy you. But maybe you've got to like still avoid the dragon banner, like they're made of fire, but you probably got a shot against the white border guys, you know. Okay, so that should be our other 3, so we can at least max lumbering. Let's get that done. And hit make you. Make one of you, make one of you, cancel you, queue all you back up, put you here and you here, and then 4. B to auto, get our rubble. So, yeah, we're going to tootle around. We're try and get some horses, right? I want to tame some guys, some horses. I want to run around. I want to see, where do we want to build? What are we thinking? What are we feeling? What kind of area are we looking at? Now we saw last, oh, I didn't make a guild. Oh, that's going to feel dumb, isn't it? Hermit. Confirm. How did I forget to do that? You know? Like, Silly. And it started on the right one. That was dumb. How did I forget? Like I've been missing all the activity points. That's not ideal. But I want to ride around. I'm thinking with the way guilds are set up, okay? You get a fairly decent amount. You get 3 of the like the guild, what do you call it? Guild boundary marker things. So I think the game is kind of set up to have a early, mid, late game base, basically. At least if you're a solo player. So my plan is kind of to work on that, right? And maybe do a place here in the lobby zone, learn some stuff, get some stuff set up, move harder, learn some stuff, get some stuff set up, maybe move late game, learn some stuff, get some stuff set up, kind of thing. Will be exactly that, I don't know, but something so. Oh my god, I put the wrong thing and I'm crafting a bunch of axes. Well, that feels dumb, doesn't it? I clearly drug the wrong thing down there. That obvious. Feels very silly. Early game when your skill flies up, right? Compared to late game where it goes up just so damn slow. All right, 10. We got to hit 12 before we can learn the skill, so we got to keep hitting some stuff. Come on, trees. We know we're gonna need just a ton of branches for arrows and such, but I don't want to grab any more rope until we've got the sickle to do it, right? Until we've got the sickle to get the bits. That seems like a much better use of the little plants we got around here. Don't want to waste them. And I need the hide for saddle, so I'm thinking bow, shoot the deer, get the hide, go from there. And I don't even want to shoot the deer until I get that skinning knife. So yeah, I'm thinking beeline for 12 is my plan. And just a ton of knocking down trees and rocks is how I'm going to get there. So yeah, that's where we're at. And then we're going to maybe ride down like the whole beginner area and go, where do I like? Because I already know that I love that damn rice paddy like jungle farming spot, right? I think that place is amazing. But is there better? I don't know. I really don't. And the only way I'm going to find out is if I ride around and look. So I figured if I restart, maybe I get the chance to ride around and look. So why not try? Another thing I turned up was the range that I can see the plates at, because I got very tired of not seeing things until they're already running away. That felt terrible. So now maybe I can see things before they startle and sprint away. That'd be useful. All right, so let's learn you, confirm. Let's make one of you and one of you. We need you to go in 5 and you to go in 1. And then we go, I can't make a bow yet. So let's go 5. Let's get the things that's going to make more rope. Right, let's clear all these out. You're a tree. There we go. You're a bush. Or what passes, swear to God I can speak English, for 1 in the mountains. You're just a tiny tree, but sure. It's a bush up here. And then you, and you, and you, and you, you, and you. Hey, don't startle, dear. I don't need that. I need you hanging around, so when I get around to killing you, you're still here for me. Okay? So I don't need you running off to Guam. I want to be able to shoot you and kill you and be happy when I do. But I want to go to 16 first, which, it may not happen. I may not, perfectly line up my skills like I like to do. Good God, is it dark up here? That is some serious nighttime. That is like apocalypse, end of the world. Where the hell did the sun go nighttime, right? Like, damn. Who turned out the sun? All right, let's get some of this. Scrub grass. Hey, lumbering beginner. I don't even know what that, I think that's 150, which is not bad. I mean, again, just started. All right, let's hit this. So yeah, I woke up after thinking on it overnight. I was like, yeah, I think I do want to do the things. And ranch bark, decrease durability loss. Oh, we can put points in mining. Confirm, confirm, confirm. Skirt all the way around so we don't aggro the deer. So, sun wasn't awake yet. I hopped on some random servers, did really random stuff, just running around. Whatever public server was up and had a connection that didn't feel god-awful. And I would hop on it and, I don't know, gather. I like the early game in games. I like this part where you're picking your first plants or like, oh, I should grab a stick and a rock. I don't know, there's something about it that I enjoy. So I never really mind hopping on a server and doing that. There's just, like I said, something about it that feels enjoyable. So I did that. Hopped on when Sun got on. I talked to him. I was like, hey, I want to test some things first and then maybe reset. We adjusted some settings. Some of them didn't work. Like they were listed and they said, hey, we do this. And we're like, okay, cool. So we went into whatever it said it did and changed that, but it didn't do that thing, which is unfortunate. Like one of them was turn durability use off. And I was like, okay, I'll try that. But no, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, that's not a thing. And another one was turn durability use on, but turn the amount of durability used to 0. And I was like, okay, well, that would be just another way to do the same thing. So cool. Nope, that doesn't work either. Okay. Another one, we tried a ton, and some of them work and some of them don't do anything. So we're like, oh, well, okay, I guess they're not things. But that's how you find out what does and doesn't do anything, you try. So we tried a bunch of things and some did stuff and some didn't. And finally, I felt I had tried all the things and it was as good as the game was going to get, short of Sun going into like actual batch files and editing it. And he said, I can do that if you want. If you're like, I'm loving myth so much that I think, you know what? Let's edit the batch file. He's like, I'm down. If you really want me to, I will figure it out for you and do it. I told him, well, for now I'm having fun with the basically vanilla experience, so I don't need you to, but thank you. And I appreciate that. If I need it, I will let you know. He's like, yeah, no problem. 15, I need to go to 16. Uh, so admin notes, if I am on a or I am on a private server, it is password protected, yada yada. If somebody wants to join me, leave a comment with your Discord information, and I will have one of my admins reach out to you and give you an interview. That should, cut down on trolls. If you pass the interview, then sure, you can come play with me. Are the settings vanilla? Absolutely not. If I wanted to adjust them, I did. A lot of the settings are vanilla, sure, because as anybody who isn't 12 will tell you, it's not rewarding if you get everything handed to you. You want to feel like you earned something, like you did a thing. So I have it set to that, where I can still get some sense of accomplishment. But I just did this all, right? So I have it set slightly increased until I get back to like the 450s skill wise. So that's the plan. Weight is up because I don't like dealing with it. I thought, turned down the number of minions, but apparently that didn't take. So I don't know. It is what it is. Where am I going to live? There were no comments on the video, so I don't know. I am going to kind of tootle around the world, see what strikes my fancy. I may wind up in the same spot as last season, down in the jungle, by those amazing fields. I may not. I don't know what I'm looking for, right? There's some things you got to do to progress. So as a kind of a broad thing, I would like access to copper, access to iron, maybe access to salt. It's not really end of the world mandatory kind of thing, but access to copper and salt and access to a field. That's about it. I don't really need more than that. So for now, that's kind of all I'm going to look for. So the plan is hit 16, put my skill unlocks where I want them, and then work on getting a horse. Get a little bit of kit so that I'm not naked for one, and then do some things. I should have been doing this the whole time. That would have been smart. Probably would have got the XP I needed faster to get to 16 and burned less food. And that would have been ideal. Because as you can see, my food is low and I don't want to be eating the garbage and getting the gastrotoxicity and reducing my carry weight, because that's silly, especially at this stage of the game. Do I have an overarching plan? No, there's still a lot of things I didn't do that I want to see. Oh, thank God, 16. So now we can go to food and medicine, bandage, keen sight, and then weapon, bow, building and furniture, you, flag, foundation, wall, door, then roof, ladder, then you, and then where's armor? No, where's horse? Then you, then you, then you. You're unrelated, you can go, then you. this, we have the same thing as last time where we have enough points added at the start, the 138, that you can, as a solo, learn everything in the game. Then you, and then back here to you. Oh, and you should have been done first, but I didn't think about it. Well, I do that a lot. I forget things or space things or make mistakes and I know this will be a shock, I'm human. There we go, and we just started starving. We need to do you, and then more. We need to make 20, and then I need to make one of you so that I don't starve. So we can cancel you for now. And then 1, 1, 1. And then I need to find you, put you there, find you, put you there, find you, put you there. And then I already queued up the campfire, so I need you to finish crafting. And then I need to make 1, 2, 3. Why am I counting? More. 16. That'll do. And then more. 40. Confirm. And then I think that's all for you. And yep, we can go back to making all of you. Put you on. You can go down here. You can go here. We can drop you, drop you, drop you. And then we can 6. We can find a spot to put you. I just saw you go. And we can campfire use. And we can put you here, and we can throw you here and hit A, and that'll complete that quest later. And we can cook you too. And we put you here, we can hit E, E, and then we can hit Juliet, and we can hit X, 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 and X, and X, and then we don't have to do any more, so we'll hit Juliet to rehide you. And now, warrior food is unlocked, which was all we really cared about. But we'll cook the rest of it. We'll actually turn that off, cook that, then we'll hit A to add all those. Put this here. There we go. And we'll hit sort. Perfect. There. It's looking a lot less messy. Much neater. And then tab, and we're gonna make more, and we're gonna hit 80. And then we are gonna get a spare one of you, and a spare one of you. 2 spare ones of you. Finish, transfer all, grab you, close you, E. We'll hit destroy you. Do we have you queued? We do. Now we can go take out the deer. Or, sorry, well, the deer and the rabbits when we find them. So let's go find where all the critters have gone. Oh, we need to make, no, we don't have knotweed. That's a problem. We ain't gonna find no knotweed up here. Alright, so let's find our critters. I don't know where they could have gotten off to, but they're around somewhere. The deer out there. Let's go them, because, well, we see them. The rabbits probably be easier to kill. But we'll go get the deer, because they are a sure thing. And I will take the guarantee, please, and thank you. In there. Yeah, I knew there was some low-level points that you could put in and get the thing. All right. Get close to you. Headshot. Wait for you to stop moving. Come on. And you're down. Not a headshot. Not a headshot. Really? Not a headshot? I can see it sticking out of his head. That's a headshot. Not good enough. 2. Hopefully we get, you know, the hide we need. Hunt skills going up. That was a lot of crude hide. Gotta make one of you. One of you. You are much better armor, so we will make you. And headpiece. Nice. Do we bother with the light armor? Not really. Start making this. What else? Clay. So we gotta find clay somewhere. Make you, but there's no need. Alright, there's a horse over there. So we will work on taming it. There's clay down there. There's a horse right here. So we will work on taming it. We will see which horse is better. Which, at this point, I mean, they could both be absolutely terrible, so it's pretty much which horse is higher level, right? And that's just the one we go with. Come on, let a level pop in. There's 18. What's your buddy? Oh, don't get spooked. Don't get spooked. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what? 6, 7. Come on, 7. I just hit the damn horse. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me run around the stupid thing. Get behind you. Looks like it's sitting right on top of that clay. And I'm tired, of course I am. Okay. Can I eat while I do this? I can. Nice. Roasted toad. Sounds delicious. At least our tame skill is going up. I may tame them both just for that. Right? Alright. Plus, if I tame them both, I can compare their skills and see which one's better. Alright, what do we got? Make you and you. Hell yeah. I'll take it. Oh, and I apparently lost enough weight that the horse can walk now. Oh, that's nice. I'll let him wander off into the trees somewhere. Fine with me. I'll keep eating. Looks like I'm taming just barely faster than the anger. So may not have to do the mini game. It's fine. I don't really like the minigame. Yeah, it seems like a lot of the settings I adjusted didn't actually get adjusted. There's another horse up there. I don't know, folks. And I don't know how to make them take effect, right? Maybe it was just a small enough thing that I'm not noticing it, right? Well, I mean, some stuff factually didn't change, so there's that. I guess one of them we'll find out when we go to tame our first minion or recruit them. So we'll see, I suppose. As good as we can get for some stuff now. So yeah, we'll see. See one more. You gonna dump me right in the middle of the water? Of course you are. That's fine. What kind of stats you looking at? You don't have the run no matter what, do you? No. Well, you sit there for now. I'm gonna go hit some more of this clay for... I want to finish gathering it. At least clean up the node, right? Who wants to leave a node just partially gathered laying there in the ground? Yeah, there we go. Which means I need copper to make the construction bench. Gotta get that knocked out. Oh, I'm gonna have to make a flag. Yeah. Or I'm only gonna need 6 of you just to fill my stack. Alright, let's see where those other horses have got off to. One's down there. And we'll bring them all back there and check them out and see who our favorite is. And that'll be the one we keep. I should go right behind you. Oh, you're a 12. I doubt you will wind up being our favorite. But you may get tamed and left here just to sit there and be a level 12 as a... We can make a saddle, put it on you, leave you here, so we're going out, we're doing whatever. Worst comes to worst, we get killed. We just spawn back here and go, hey, we have a horse to continue scouting, kind of thing. Right? Who doesn't want a backup plan? That might not be the worst thing ever. And it looks like there's a question mark right there, which looks like what's its vagrants. So yeah, we know we can respawn up here. We could leave stuff right at this bend in this river as just a spot. That's not a terrible idea. So I can put the saddle on me, ride him back there, grab that third one, ride him back, make 2 more saddles, and then just ride out from that corner. And if I get killed, oh well, kind of thing. I think that sounds like my early game plan. Yeah. And it's not like low level horses are hard to tame, right? I can just hop on and sit here. Taming skill, like a super low level. My skill's super low, so it goes up fast. Oh, do I have more expertise points to spend? Probably, yeah. Mining, let's finish maxing you. Confirm, physique, what's up? Gotta put points into you. Mining, no, not yet. Okay, and then we'll go find that third horse, which is up there. We actually may ride over there, get that discovered, then find that third horse. And confirm. Let's put a saddle on you. All right, let's ride you up here. Do. You're discovered. Let's go up here. Do. Where's that other horse? Swear I saw it. There it is. All right, let's get 2 more saddles made. Let's put one on you. Let's pull out 7. I'll toss it behind it. Oh, there's 2 of them over there, aren't there? Yeah, there are. Well, I mean, we'll try and get them both. See who gets that one. $10 and a $12. Looks like we're gonna grab the 10 first. All right. So we need to make 1 more saddle. And then probably a spare. All right, doesn't hurt to make extra. I don't have any linen. So can't really make a spare. A bed. Good Lord, I swear I can speak English. You wouldn't think so, would you? So I can't make a bed, so I can't be like, oh, I'm spawning here, guaranteed. I'm gonna guess that's a fox den right up over there, but can't walk the 3 feet to find out yet. So yeah, last season was brief, obviously, like 12 or 13 episodes or something. Like that's not very long, but it was kind of a good primer, if you will. Did some stuff. If you watched it, it gives you an idea of what the content's about. This season, I imagine, will be a lot longer. I don't know, but I imagine. I want to do things. Settings are a little. I feel better tuned. I should feel more like I'm accomplishing things and having more fun. Will I? I don't know, but I should feel that way. There's no guarantee, of course. But we took our time, spent about, oh God, 6 hours this morning trying to make sure we very carefully looked at all the settings, and I hope got them right. I hope we put in sufficient time to be like, hey, we did the things. And you should turn around away from me, right? Hit that. There we go. And now I can come up behind you and not spook you, I think. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be an enjoyable experience for me to play and potentially you internet strangers to watch. Hopefully I will learn some more things. I think I finally got a handle on the heat mechanic. That'll be cool. I never did make ice. I got the stuff. I got the saltpeter, at least a little bit. But I didn't make my first ice. I also didn't make a wagon because it felt like some of that stuff I was pushing just a little past where I really was, you know? I didn't feel like I was really at that stage. I felt like I was kind of forcing it, and I don't know. I didn't feel like I earned it, maybe. So I wanted to maybe go a bit slower this time and feel like when I do a thing, I've actually done the thing. Like some stuff it felt like I skipped, right? I never had a roof for my place. I didn't have a proper storage area. So I want that stuff. I want to have, I don't know, a base. I want things that I feel are done right and make sense and work. So I may not be as far along as soon as last time, and I'm okay with that. I want to be able to say, hey, this place makes sense to me, and this is good, and this is how it should be. Not just a random like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense and is silly, because that's not the goal. All right, so yeah, I don't need to carry any of this, do I? Let's check our mounts and kind of see what we're going. What is this? Severely injured. Level 12. Good points. Neither of you are severely injured. Oh, and you don't say you are anymore. Well, good. We got enough to give our horses some food. Not a lot, but, some. So nobody's starving. We just need grass. So let's take care of that. And I'd like to get a little knotweed if we can find some along this bank, which I should be able to find. Right, there's got to be at least a little bit of the flower here. Well, I suppose there doesn't have to be, but I'd like to think there would be. We got the reeds, at least. And it levels up the lumbering, which is nice. It's one of only 2 things we have all 5 points put in. Get a lot of activity points. God knows we're going to need that to do the guild. Not yet worried about leveling up the guild. Alright, let's, I don't see any knotweed. Let's run up and talk to these folks. See what they're looking for recruit, because I do want to find out about testing that. That's why we make spares, folks. There we go. Hitting all you. So yeah, let's see if they can be recruited, because we have some locusts. So maybe they just want locusts. That would be super sweet. Or we'll do a 30 of you. Yeah, I still don't have the knotweed herb. What are you feeling? Crude leather, that ain't happening. What about you? Raw meat. I have raw meat. You are not red, you're blue. Huh. Well, let's take you out for coin. Oh, let's get you actual armor. You can wear my old set. There you go. There you go. And there you go. And then let's get rid of your thing. And then you can have some food. Well, you'll be food in a second. Are you following me? Yes. Gotta level up that one-handed skill. As long as we keep interrupting her, we'll be fine. We don't deal a lot of damage, right? Oh, and I'm out of stamina. That's not good. Come on, get that stamina back. Let my minion attack. Oh, they hit once. Look how much of my minion's health goes away. That's not good. Yeah, I mean, was that sloppy? Absolutely. Was it worth it? I think so. I can make a bed. Right? Make a wooden frame. We're good. May not be the smoothest thing I've ever done, but that'll do. So, yeah. That's the other thing. I tried to set the aggro thing when you're killing the various factions down. It didn't do anything. So, a lot of the settings, yeah, they're in there, but they don't seem to do anything. Which, disappointing, but it is what it is. Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I don't understand something. I don't know. But I don't think so. I don't think so. There maybe? Seems good enough for a little temporary 2x2. Alright, so we don't need a lot. We just need, like, the absolute bare minimum kind of shack stuff. 8, let's throw a bed down. Let's throw a tailoring bench down. Throw a weapon bench down. Throw a spinning wheel down. Throw that campfire down. Throw you and you. Get that all cooked up. Drop, 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 drop. I don't need that at all. There we go. Come on. Oh, and drop, transfer all, grab you, close you, E. Let's put you on here. Let's talk to you, inventory you, and give you some food so you're not starving to death. Let's hop on here to this and this, hit A, get some linen made. Why didn't I just hit sort? I don't know, because I'm silly. Tab, let's make one of you. Honestly, we can leave you in there. Got bones, branch, I got rope. Let's hop on you. Make all of you. I'll put you in here now. You can go in here. There we go. I can just leave you in there. I don't have the stuff for you yet, so I'm not worried about twine. I can do an 8. Do this. I can throw all these seeds in here. I can throw you. I can throw pretty much everything in there. You. Sort. Yeah. It's about good enough. I throw that in there too. Split. I mean, I can take 20 for me. And I'll leave the rest for now. That'll do me. And I'll just leave that there. And I will take one of you. And I'll just take the first one. And map. Let's get some... Let's mark some stuff, right? Mark. And we'll just unmark it as we get it done. Mark. Whatever's close. Right? Wherever you are, just mark whatever you got. And that's where you're going. And don't worry about anything else that pops up. So now I'm just going to head in my little circle to whatever's close and hit them all. And it's early enough, right? Like I just started. If I'm riding, nothing should really aggro me. If I go through the wrong camp, sure. Horse will have plenty of food, so it shouldn't be a big deal. As long as I'm not real dumb about it. My riding skill will go up, so that's always good. And all I gotta do is watch the blue bar in the upper left. Make sure, the horse doesn't get killed. Watch out for wolves. Currently, I really need copper. So if I'm out and I see copper ore, I will definitely stop for that. Pick some up, because I can't make the what's it without it. Construction bench. Oh, and I really need to. But there will be some up on that ridge line, so I'll get some. Could recruit them, not going to. We'll ride down here. There's some honeysuckle. I'll hit that 150 and then maybe hang a right up the mountain looking for copper. We'll see what's shown up in that time, maybe. That's not a bad spot, maybe. Right by this little field. I'm just starting out. I don't need a huge field. I just need kind of anything to get me started. There's clay right there. There's a pleasant bend in the river. Could be a pretty spot to get started. There are some tier 2 trees right there. That's always nice. Right? Access to tier 2s. Never a thing to turn down. Not this early in the game. Guaranteed tier 2. Who doesn't want that? I don't see me making it all the way up. Oh, come on. Don't fall all the way down and get hurt, horse. Yeah, because that's a tier 2, that's a tier 2, that's a tier 2. I know there's going to be copper here. And this will be a copper mine. But maybe I can sneak in and get enough. Maybe without annoying them. Yeah, if they don't notice me. Well, I think somebody noticed me. Yeah, that one. But I already made a one-handed sword, so I should be able to take him in a fair fight. I mean, I don't want to make it fair, but come on. Well, or maybe not, and this was a stupid idea, and he's going to slaughter me. Come on, jump on. Okay, so I can't take him, and if I sit there, I'll die. I lied. So we run away. Maybe I'll find copper here. Did I get any? I got 15. I think I need 18 to make the station. Wow, that was not good. I heard a wolf, I thought. Did I unlock that mine? I did. Yeah, well. Alright, let's go back to what we were doing. Oh, there's copper nodes right here. We'll hit these. Okay, so no plan survives first contact, right? I really thought I could take a level 11. I was wrong. Definitely would have died. Was a good idea to run. But there's some nodes here. We'll make some heavier armor. Maybe have a shot. I obviously need to get my one-handed up. I'm too used to the playthrough I was just on. I forgot I'm, restarting and but man, level 11. I would have thought I could take that. Clearly, I thought wrong. Alright, that's cool. I'll have to try harder. Maybe if I had my minion to distract them. Maybe then I could have hung. I don't know. What do I need? Rope and branch. Go get the rope stuff. And then we'll hit the tree and get branch stuff. So yeah, peaceful day. Just hanging out playing Myth. There's nothing else I really want to do, you know? This is kind of it. We learned a lot of stuff last season. I'm happy about that, I tell you. But I still have a long way to go, it feels like. Like there's a lot of things I don't know. and I want to know them. Now, part of it is you can't know what you don't know until you know it, and I'm aware of that. But part of it is I just have to play more, see more things, do more things, experience more things, etc. I'll show you this is a tier 2 tree. We'll get almost all hardwood and resin. So that's plan. Hey, look, hardwood. Shocked, I wasn't lying. More hardwood. Some branches, some bark. More hardwood. More hardwood. More hardwood. Yawn. More hardwood. So yeah, their tier 2 is up here, which is nice. Makes up for the scarcity of the weeds, like the little patches along the thing. If we were down in the Louisville Plain, there'd be everywhere. If we were in the jungle, same thing, it'd be everywhere. You're just surrounded. But yeah, I think the jungle is my favorite so far. Also, the jungle has Noda Ginseng. That is healing. That is, hey, I don't want to die items right there. You know? That matters. 'Cause I'm all about the, hey, I don't want to die. Hell yeah. So, yeah. Hey, level 20. What is up? That is cruising. Cruising, folks. Let's put those points in physique. Mining. Yes, yes, yes. What are we looking at? Grind. Yeah. Don't care. Don't really care. Don't care. Want this one. Yeah, you're a prereq. Okay, so copper, well, we have a fair whack of it. Go back to scouting. We can take these off the points we've discovered. Good you, you, you. Well, we'll go to you first, because apparently I passed you somehow. Rode right by you. That was unwise of me. I got distracted. It's so easy to do, man. I see the things and I want to go to the things and I, skip the other things. This would be a decent spot. Look at this. There's a lot of flat land. A lot of flat land for a starter. You could do stuff here. Vagrants. I think that 160 is the next closest. And then down there. All right. Yeah. You and well, that's a flat spot too. Little raise on a little ridge line. That'd be kind of cool, right? Looking down at other stuff. Looks like this is a rabbit den, would be my guess. Then we'll head on down there. That'd be a place to catch rabbits if you needed them. We'll stop for stamina. May as well remove that point. Stamina's up. Ride to 130. Which looks like a little camp of some kind. Little vagrant. And then we'll ride down to 116. Yeah, I'll say one thing for this mountainous area. It looks like a fair amount of open flat spots you could do. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna guess this is foxes, you know, based on the number of foxes. Seems likely, right? Then riding on down to whatever that is. That's a ways away. Hey, look, foxes. I'm shocked. On down here. Along this road. Do like these rivers, man. They look nice. I enjoy them. They're very peaceful, serene, clear water. Oh, look at that. Little camp right on the river. That's nice. Okay, maybe hit these. So, mark, 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 and mark, I think. So ride to the far one. All the way down to 460. Unmark the one we were just at. Yeah, we'll get that one who's, 3 feet away from it. Get them both. And then we'll go up to you guys. We can get the 160 on the way down. Do 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 do. Old vagrant camp. Turn down to you. Map. Unmark you. Oh wow, this is a huge flat area. If you're a builder, it's probably lovely, I imagine. Right? Look at how open and flat this is. Wow. I'm gonna guess this is rabbits. But yeah, this is immense. I don't know how the resources look, but space-wise, oof, you got it covered. Yeah, vagrants. That's insane. Look at that. And then we are hanging a right before we get too far. Like straight up and over here. All right, because I'm going to go up this way and here. We'll go to the 2 and then the, what? Yeah, the 2, then the 3, then the 5. Because these are both in this valley. Oh, what are you? You're probably terrifying. Let's go figure it out. Try and go right to you. But avoid as much of it as I can. It's marked. Now let's get out. Ah, it killed the horse. And it killed me. We knew that was going to happen. Right? That's clearly a dangerous one. Nope, we want to spawn here at the bed. Map. Unmark you. But hey, we got it done. And, hey look, we have more horses. We knew it was going to happen. It's not a big deal. That's why we didn't take much. We'll take the level 10. We are going down to this one. Going to the 800 first, right? Da 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 da. And I'm just gonna ride naked, right? It's fine. Riding skill's still going up. It's good enough. Let's see. I don't even know what that first point does, or first perk does. Man, look at that wide open valley. Oh, that's a thing. Well, mark that while we're here. Oh, we've already marked it. Ignore me. So that first riding is increase horse maneuverability by 5%. Nice. We have a more maneuverable horse. What are you? Oh, wrong one. Oh, you're out of stamina. Let's wait till you get some. Oh man, I lost all my one-handed swords. I should have used those leveling up one-handed instead of getting killed in the middle of a camp that I probably had no business whatsoever scouting. You know, that was exceedingly foolish on my part. I mean, it's okay. Right, we're so early, nothing counts, or at least it feels that way to me. Right? Anything we get, well, it clearly didn't take very long. So who cares? Like this could very well kill me, but does it matter? No. I walked 8 feet from my camp with a horse that took a minute to tame? So if these guys one-shot me too, am I worried? No, not really. Did I unlock that? I did. See, and now I can ride towards, where are you? 125 meters, you. Whatever this is. And I can get these 4 points. I'm going to guess this is boars, based solely on the volume of boars at the location. And then I can, you know, continue on towards whatever this is. Hey, look, it's boars. I know, I'm shocked. Stop and get some stamina. And then we'll go to 194 and 256. So yeah, this is kind of my early game plan, right? Let's see what's out here. Where do I want to live? I don't know, but I'd like to figure it out. Because there's a ton of this map I've never seen. There are a ton of possibilities. See, this is a field with a lot of stuff. What are you? I mean, this is no... Ooh. Look at that fertilizer. 52, 35, 35, and 70,000 potential moisture? Okay. That's not the same. Ooh, 36,000 organic. It's not the same as the rice paddy versions I like, but this is still really good. So that's maybe worth doing. Also, a lot of the crops I feel are important are really heavy on organic fertilizer specifically, so it's nice to find fields that are heavy on that as well. It feels like maybe this area was just made to grow a lot of those crops. And you could plant based specifically on what grew well. And that is a really neat concept to me. Like, why'd you plant this here? Oh, because in this specific field, it's literally the best. And that is super cool. Yeah. And it looks like one of those things where it doesn't have a ton of water, but as soon as you get the well, that's kind of irrelevant. You can have your well kind of auto watering your plants for you and not care how much water it has by default because you're irrigating your fields. So you're keeping it watered. Yeah, you could do things with this one. All right. Let's ride on over to that next thing. Whatever 110 is. Maybe deer? Yeah, deer. What, I could go here and down, I guess. Let's just see about going this way. Different horse can go south. Go around that nightmare. We ain't going in there trying to get our stuff, I'll tell you that. Right now. No, no, no. We are skipping it. That was an unmitigated disaster that I have no desire to repeat. Oh, see, there's another giant flat area. That's pretty cool. I think, much like Ark, you can build tree platforms in these giant trees. I don't know. Never tried it. But I think that's a thing. Alright, this one's vagrants. Uh-oh, apparently I'm too close to the tree. This looks like maybe crop. Or not. Maybe a mine of some kind. Let's not get too close and die. Hey, don't shoot me. Feel free to keep missing. Oh no, a collection point. Okay, nice. Mine collection point, nice. This boar, I'm guessing. Just, you know, based on the volume of boar. Map. Well, hell, I can go south. Let's unmark the boar. Don't really feel a need to go. Maybe we'll swing up there. And then we'll mark you, and you, and you. Kind of come back up in. We might go up to that. I don't know. Oh, seems like that might not be possible. Especially from this side of the mountain, because it looks like the road's from the other side. But, I don't know. Maybe it's doable. But we get these two, which seem to be going. Oh, maybe you two. You look like a natural progression, so maybe the only one we'll skip is that one. Looks like... Oh, let's stop here. Did we unlock you? We did. Copper mine. So let's try and go up and around. I don't know. Maybe you could make it up that line. I guess we could try. Let's see. It looks like maybe up that way is doable. A big old copper mine. Alright. Curious what's up there. Yeah, maybe this is a line that the horse can make it. Let's find out. Waiting to see a giant pack of wolves come and one-shot me. Feels like a thing that's gonna happen anytime. You know, it feels like it's just been too long and they're waiting for me to become complacent and then bam, dead. So I'm waiting. I sense it. They're here somewhere. They're coming for me. Or a bear. It's also a possibility, I'm sure. Boar. Boar with a skull, which at this point doesn't mean much because I'm level 20. So I could be a level 31 and have a skull. So that's not impressive. Is this another neutral camp? Please be neutral. Yeah, that looks like a trader. Alright, we found another neutral camp. Which one is this? The Rebel. Alright, cool. I'm glad I came up here and got that marked off. We are gonna go back down this way though. Yeah, you. So we want the close one, the 300. Can we go straight down without plummeting to our death? Maybe. I think so. Yeah, this so far super productive scouting mission. Now I think this looked like a kind of place that would shoot our horse out from under us and kill us. So I just want to get close enough to get it to count, but not close enough to, you know, die. That'll do. That'll do. And now we're going to this 290. Stop and get nope, let's not stop and get stamina. That's a wolf. Come on, ride, ride, ride. Ride, pony. Up over this. Hopefully we will ditch the wolf in here with them. Yeah, I'll leave you guys to kill each other and not me. Alright, we're good for now. Unmark you. Another copper mine, huh? Okay. And we'll go to that 316. We're doing decent. I was under no illusion we'd get everything without any deaths, right? So the fact that so far, knock on wood, we've only lost one horse, I find very impressive. I'd have thought we'd lost far more by now. So, while it sucks to have lost even the one, better than I thought we'd do. I will take it. I will take it. Having said that, we've only scouted a relatively small area. You know, looks like this one's boars. We're still just in the mountains. Now, after last season, we kind of know what the plains look like and what the jungle looks like. So this was really the one we did need to uncover if we wanted to have a clue where we wanted to live. At least for our early game setup, you know? And that is what feels the most important to me right now. Just figuring that out. Oh, another little farm. Oh, you're so cute. That's a little six plot farm. Super tiny. Very cute though. And something appeared over here. So we'll go you next. You still have food. We got that done. I mean, we're getting them marked off, right? That lake is nice. Cool, clear water. I just gotta let you go swimming in. I'll tell you that. I will say the mountains. I don't know about living there, but man, that's a lot of fun. You do not have to search far to find a spot to build. Having said that, one of the random servers I hopped on, I was like, well, let me go look and see kind of what other people do, right? What building styles are they using? What are they up to? That kind of thing. And I went to one, and somebody had done a house just stacking a bunch of foundations, and somebody had done a house kind of on stilts. So the foundation seems easier, but when I asked somebody about it, they said it tended to cause a lot of lag. Now, on a solo server with just me, I don't think that'd be a concern. Although I'm not inclined to try it, just in case, even solo, it's a bad thing. But the stilt thing, that could be cool. I never minded doing it in Ark, so I don't imagine I would mind doing it here. So that might be fun. It's an idea at least. I'm thinking about it, right? Have not decided, but I am definitely contemplating it, figuring out how I would want to start it, where I would want to start it. I saw somebody do one, it was over water. I saw somebody do it over land. So I'm not sure which style I would do it, where I would do it. Because if it's on stilts, kind of doesn't matter where I live, you know? At that point, the terrain becomes largely irrelevant. All I need is some version of stairs to get to my floor, and boom, I'm done. Everything else is irrelevant. It's just how many stilts I have to build to reach the platform and keep it supported. That's all. So it's just a bit more farming. And with resources increased, that's not a big deal at all. So we will see. Um, Having said that, I'm not a huge builder. It's never really my thing. Usually other people in my tribe or clan that do that. But I'm playing solo. I don't have a tribe or clan, so it can't be other people. It has to be me. So I either figure it out or I live like last time, just on a platform with walls. And it worked, but it didn't feel good. Like I wanted better. So maybe it's time to learn how to build. Maybe it just, bite the bullet and figure it out. I think we go up to this one and then around. Yep. Do the whole crescent. Getting pretty good at getting all these done fairly efficiently, I think. Not flawlessly, that's for damn sure, but fairly efficiently. Horse hasn't starved. That's good. That'll be a rough day when the horse starves. Just have to farm more horse food. Do 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 do. What's this? Pretty open area. Coming down off them giant mountains. Oh no, it's a structure. It's the end of the world. Just a little vagrant camp. Not that bad. I could go get that one. I'm not going to. I'll hit these and get our crescent. I am unmarking you because I already got you. I'm on deer because, yeah, they wander. I'll hit the 200, then we'll hit the 320, and then it looks like that might be on the other side of the daggone mountain. Yeah. So we might have to, like, hit you and swing around, and then come down for you, which is fine. Get your stamina back, buddy. Yeah, so hit you hard left and then up and around the mountain at a nice, you know, angle that doesn't get you killed trying to climb that vertical, because that ain't happening. Look at that thing. Another camp. Map. Grab that one. Go down, go right across to you. Oh, there is a little swimming in there, huh? Okay. Come right up out of this. Hit this, which looks like a rabbit area. And we see about, I don't know, maybe going over. Let's get your stamina. Unmark the rabbits. If we have to, we go around, but we might be able to come up over. Let's go look. Get a little higher on the mountain. I don't know if this will make it, but looks like there's a possibility, so let's try. Yeah, up and over. All right. Oh, wow. How's this for unexpected large flat area? Lots of stone and trees. Okay. Cool, cool. Let's go see what this is. Down in with some fiber too. Or some grass. Okay. What is this, a little fox den? Alright. Fox den on the mountain for supplies. Well, that would be cool. I mean, I imagine on PvP, that's a pretty decent spot for like out of the way survival of like small beginner bases. And that's cool. I like that they included stuff like that. You know, may not be a great end game, but hey, beginner, they need a place too. Alright, we're gonna go off down this direction. Alright. Yeah, should be able to go basically straight down the mountain, I think. Let's go look at the edge before we commit to it. Yeah. I think we'll live that. We go slow. Let's go up over this ridge, see if we can repeat it. And I go to a full stop and just tap W once. That's how I go that slow. Don't hit auto run because your horse will go full tilt and he could just jump basically off the thing. And you'll take a ridiculous amount of fall damage. Your horse will die, and if you take enough, you'll die too, and you both just get one shot. So sometimes you just gotta go slow. Which sucks when there's a wolf chasing you. But the wolf may not one-shot you, and the fall damage guaranteed will. So it's up to you, but I would go slow and risk it. Sometimes you gotta do it. Be very careful, and you don't want to hit that boar because you'll do charge damage, which will magically aggro the entire damn boar herd. And you're like, oh, well, no, I'm screwed. Thanks, game. And the game's like, no problem, I got you. You're like, that is not what I meant. It's like, I know what you meant. You want me to send more boars so they can all kill you. No, again, not what I meant. It's like, all right, 12,000 more boars on the way. You're like, game, you want 14,000? No, game, I don't. All right, 19,000 it is. I swear, sometimes that's what it feels like. The game understands English and is just there to troll you. It's not, it's an inanimate object. It is not having a conversation with you. If you think it is, you should seek professional help. Sometimes it feels that way. Alright, we'll get our stamina back. We'll go hit these 3. Which we're getting on down towards, one of these is a wolf. And one of these is a delivery site or collection point that is just gonna murder us, so we don't want to be near it. One of them, I think this one actually is a field. So this is collection, maybe? Yeah, this is the field, right? Yep. Yeah, I lived here unofficial, because this field isn't huge, but man, look at this flat spot. And there's a collection point right over here. And it's a mine. So it was a pretty decent location. Not the best ever, but pretty decent. Yeah, right here is collection point. Unmark, unmark. Or is this the village? This is the village, which makes maybe this the collection point. Mark, mark, mark. Let's turn and run away. Unmark. Stop here. Okay, that's the collection point. It's been a while. It's, like I said, official. I haven't played there recently, obviously. I have this. Why would I play unofficial? Okay, so let's get this unlocked as a location. Yeah, see, there it is. I was just early. I knew it existed. I haven't totally lost my mind. I will have to go back up there and get that one unlocked. Map, you're unlocked. We hang right, and we get behind a tree. And we cross, and we unmark you. Hey, there's the collection point. See? That was the thing. Just, spaced out and figure out where it was. It's hard to remember things. That's why you unlock the map, You don't have to remember it anymore. You can see it. Because it's rare that you forget to read. Or forget how to read. I think this one is, the first one is wolf, so we'll get our stamina up. And then go on by. Almost out of food. Approaching 2 hours. Feeling pretty good. It's, I don't think it's been boring. I think I've been, going the whole time. Active. Interesting. Oh, don't hit the horsey. We like the horse. You leave him be. I don't know if I have, but I think I have. I'm gonna go up here, hang a right, and go to these vagrants. I think it's a camp, one of those like 6 camps. No dragon wolf, and all the wolves left already. Nice. Not run into the boar. Camp of vagrants, field, and hang a right to the copper mine. Yeah, see, this field is not as good as the ones up there. I mean, it's got a lot of nodes, so that's decent. But not as good. Go up here. Lots of tier 2 trees around here. Wolf. Throwing rocks at people. Some iron nodes scattered about. It's a pretty good area. Especially early. Oh, that took some damage. Unmark, 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 unmark. Let's get that riding talent that we unlock. Oh, 2 of them. Horse stamina loss. Hell yeah. Control and steer a horse. Well, that's even better. Go down this way. Ah. I wonder, this horse is gonna starve soon anyway. I wonder if it'll live long enough to do the ride into here and get me that, since I'm almost right here anyway. That would be a good thing to use the last bit of it on. Let's see if we can pull that off. Worth a shot. There we go. Swim across the other side. Maybe hit those 3 on the way down. The salt mine, the granary, collection point, and the big field. And then dart in and try and discover the city. That would be useful. Then we'll be back up north doing, I don't know what. Maybe go west. That would not be a waste, I think. All right. See what all's out here. Follow this road. Yeah. Because this is guaranteed. Yeah, we'll hit 1, 2, 3, and then try and get that stamina. Not like I'm doing well anyway. So, cross we go. Clearly a salt mine. Let's uncover the salt mine. Come on. Come on. Show me salt mine. There we go. Get the heck out of here. Please don't shoot the horse. Don't shoot me. Leave us both alone. We just want to verify you were a salt mine on my map for all eternity. Now I'm leaving. All is well. Don't need to go put crossbow bolts in me. Alright, now we're going here. Are you there, son?
Hey, Pies, give me a second. Hi, now I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm streaming, and it's working, and the server's up, and yada yada. Doesn't seem like all the settings took effect.
Could be.
And I don't think it's you or anything else.
No, I hear that. I did everything you need me to do. So
yeah,
if they're not working, that's somebody else's issue. But let's see if you and I can get around that issue.
Yeah. Well, and so we did reset the server. That worked fine. I made a new guy. That worked fine. I'm running around. It feels like the gather rates changed, no problem. It feels like the damage may have reverted. I don't know.
Okay, that could happen, I guess, but
well, I'm just telling you like the notes.
No, I'm just thinking. And, right, I get that.
We can check them. I did do some taming. I still have the cap of 10, not 5. That definitely didn't take. Also, it's definitely not doing red now. I don't know if that's because it didn't take or that's not a thing. So one thing I want to try is when we go in and alter it, is make it put 10 point, like revert red to whatever and put 10 points on gold. Because I recall us doing 10 points on gold before and that taking effect and being a thing. So it may just be that red as a rarity category just isn't implemented. So it can't give you that as a thing, and maybe that's affecting other things too. I don't know. Because I do recall at some point I was like, hey, put 10 on gold, and you did, and I recruited 10 guys, and like 9 of them were gold. So the setting, depending on which one we do, does take effect. So I know it's a thing. So maybe it's just red isn't implemented, and that's why it's not working. And maybe, don't know, but maybe that's affecting other things. So I figure we change that, see if anything else gets affected. I don't know. And I'm not in a hurry. Like everything's going fine. I'm at the point where I need to pick flowers and run around and grab grass. So, how's Ark and Taman going?
It's going good. I just got back from an undersea mission. It worked out really well. I didn't die.
Well,
I had to put I had to put a couple of my dinos away because they were gonna die. But ultimately I got through it without without losing anything.
That's one of the reasons that mod is added, so, you know, that's an option.
Which mod are you talking about?
The safety ball, whatever mod.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, if it hadn't have been an option, I just would have swam everything away and come back another day. I mean, it's, you don't stay and fight when you're about to lose, dinosaurs you just spent,
Hours taming.
quite some time taming at least. I don't remember how long it took me, but it was a lot longer than I want to waste, that's for sure. So I killed a couple of the squiddies.
Nice.
Ran away from an alpha squiddy. Tuzotusis, or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And I was pretty pleased with that. I had not realized, because when I tried to run away, usually what happens when you try to run away from the squids is they'll grab you and keep you. So when the alpha got me, I turned to run, and I was pleasantly surprised to find out that the basso can't get held by the squid. Nice. Very pleasantly surprised that I was able to get away, because I figured, oh well, here it is, I'm about to lose my basso and I'm gonna die and it's gonna be a pain in the ass and I'm not happy, but shit happens.
I'm glad that's another thing that they're immune to.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's
just,
well, that's awesome.
Just kind of different, yeah.
Yeah, I think
had not in any way, shape, or form.
You tame them as you get them to attack something that doesn't die fast, and then feed them black pearls.
Yeah, I don't honestly know how we would go about doing that.
I think you get a really high hit point turtle, and you let it attack that.
Swim it down.
Yeah. Because it takes, it has damage reduction and takes a long time, and it gives you a chance to feed the squid while it chews on the turtle.
Okay.
And I think that's the process for taming your first Tuzothesis. But again, I'm not an underwater fan, so I don't know. And let's be honest, I don't play Ark. From time to time, will test things for my friends, but that's it. It is not my game anymore.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I play Myth.
Today you play Myth.
Yes. Well, I play it until I've crushed it. At some point, it also probably won't be my game, and I'll be like, nope, no interest in it, thanks, done it all. But for now, I'm still finding things that I've never even heard of, and I very much enjoy that. And I definitely haven't figured out how to optimize the things I've learned. And boy, I want to. Because one thing I am certain is the odds that the perfect way has been discovered are unlikely. It's possible that everybody knows everything about this game, and it's possible I won't discover everything new. Absolutely.
But highly unlikely, though.
Exactly. I mean, this game hasn't been out a long time. This game was plagued with naysayers. It wasn't really ever picked up by the big streamers. It was a foreign game, so it never really hit the markets. So there's a really good chance that I could learn a genuinely new / better / more efficient way of doing something. And I find that very exciting. So the possibility of that, I'm like, ooh, shiny. Because in Ark, I'm not discovering anything new, I mean, I did a long time ago. I discovered new things, and that was fun. But those days are long behind us because Ark is, old and everybody's beat it to death. So it doesn't really hold an appeal to me, but this still does.
Yep, fair enough. It's we play them for different reasons, right? So it's interesting to hear your reasons, which is kind of cool. It's just they're not even close to my reasons for playing it.
Which is good that one game appeals to such a broad audience.
Multiple appeal for different reasons.
Yeah.
Which to me is kind of cool.
I did play Ark for so long just because I had friends like you who still wanted to play it. So I kept playing it just because, well, I like playing games with my friends.
Oh, I get that.
So some games I played long past when I was done just because sometimes you do new things just because, well, I didn't do this before, or I never tried this with a group, or you played that? Oh, I never even thought about it. So it does open new ideas and possibilities, and you're like, okay, this is a good plan. So yeah, I did learn stuff by playing with others.
Yeah, and it's, to me, it's not a, like, I don't mind playing with other people, but as I said to Andrew today, she's like, I'm having fun. You don't need to join me. I'm good. I'm doing stuff that, is good for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like when Iron posted the other day, like, oh, where do I get Myth? As soon as I read it, I said out loud, you're never buying this game. But yeah, I wrote where to buy it, but I didn't care that he was never going to get it because I'm having fun by myself. I don't need other humans to join me to enjoy the game. I'm perfectly content by myself. I think I can make it over that ridge line. Some of these, it's hard to tell if you can get up that angle or not. Some of them look impossible. You can totally make it. Others look super easy. Yeah, you can't. Ooh. Another surprisingly flat expanse on top of them. Oh, you're a bunch of wolves. Let's not run into you. So I don't really have a plan to fix / alter / modify the server. Kind of my loose idea was at some point I'm going to end the stream and make food. And I figured you'd probably still be around then, right? Like I usually do dinner before you go to bed. So maybe we could try that. If you're around, great. If you've already been like, oh, I was tired and went to bed, hey, no worries. There's always tomorrow, right?
Because you're not going to get me feeling guilty because I went to bed.
No, not at all. I would never try to. And again, the state it's in now, totally fine. Like, I have so much early game that really, who cares, right? Like, I could spend 2 or 3. Oh, I just died. I could spend 2 or 3 streams just picking flowers,
Yeah.
And I'd be fine.
Well, the thing is I'm available right this minute if you want to make some changes to the server.
We can. I did just die, so I'm clearly.
Well, that's kind of why I jumped in there.
Convenient stopping point.
Well, that's my point. Is that you're at a good stopping point. It sounds like. Let's take advantage of your misfortune and make it into your.
I dodged the wolves and said, okay, I'm going to go this way. And this way was right through mine, and I didn't dodge all them. All right, so let me hit All right, stream, you're just going to watch some stuff. I'm not stopping the stream. You'll get to see some stuff. Exit to main menu, confirm. You'll get to see some settings. So I'm going to click create server because otherwise I'll forget what I'm talking to Sun about.
Right. So give me 2 seconds.
You do. I have to look and think to myself out loud again. No.
Yeah, well, I had to shut down the server.
You.
Okay, what do you want to change? I'm on advanced settings.
I am on NPCs and wildlife.
I'm there.
The current warrior quality correction that's at 10 should be PvE red is going to go to 1.
Okay.
And right above it, PvE orange.
Yeah.
That one's going to go to 10.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm looking. We are on the right side, down.
Mm-hmm.
Because it clearly doesn't do anything, we're going to recheck both check marks, the enable mount tame limit and enable mount limit.
Mm-hmm. Both done.
And initial tameable mounts and initial playable mounts, we're going to change both those values to 5-0. Because clearly just unchecking them doesn't do anything. Seems another ghost setting kind of thing.
Yeah, it could be. You have 250s.
Okay, and then initial warrior play limit, we're going to change it to 6 just to force it to change and see if that does a thing.
It is now at 6.
Because 5 isn't updating, so maybe if we just force a different number, it'll change a thing. I don't know. Timer's not changing. Resource not changing. Damage settings. Ranged enemy damage, we're going to change it to 0.1.
They're not doing enough damage to you, are they?
Correct. And then melee is going to go to 0.1. We're going to make them both the same.
Yep, makes sense.
And then I think that's it. And I hit X. And we pull up the save.
And yep, and it's rebooting.
Yep.
It is doing a reboot, senor.
Thank you very much. And it's not distracting you playing Ark, me talking to the stream or anything, is it?
Oh, hell no.
Okay, I was just making sure.
No, I mean, worst case, I'll just mute you.
Okay, good.
I am not a shrinking violet, my friend.
Which is good. For a long time, I thought it was a shrieking violet, and I was like, well, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, shrinking violet, but yeah, it's definitely.
I mean, that makes sense, but if I was like, shrieking violet, if they're shrieking, they're not hiding from anything, are they? And somebody's like,
fair enough.
It's shrinking, and I was like, oh, that makes way more sense than what I thought it was. Like, yeah.
Yeah, my mom's name is Violet, so it's an interesting thing to say around me.
My mother's name is not Violet.
The odds of that were pretty high.
Right?
Yeah, she's...
Trying to think. What was... Oh, man. Dorothy, maybe? No, that doesn't sound right. I had, while I was a kid, a great-grandmother who was still alive. And she was amazing. Like, she was still there mentally.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't gone yet. And she was a trippy lady. And I went to see her. She lived in South Dakota. And she had a house full of old china and dolls and rocking chairs. And I remember walking in with my brother, and she looked at my mom, and she said, Susan, you take those boys out of here right now. There's no way they want to sit here and talk to me and look at dolls made of china. Take them to the plunge. I guarantee they want to go swimming. I know young boys want to go swimming, and I bet they'll have a great time. And great grandma was right. It was the best, because it's called Evans Plunge, and it's this indoor hot spring. And it's huge, right? Like larger than Olympic-sized swimming pool. But the ground is not concrete. It's just like round river stones. But it is a natural hot spring. So it's like a heated pool, but it has like rings above it. And it was always funny. Me and Brian laughed. The high school and college kids would come in their street clothes and like dare each other to swing on the rings across. And there's this one guy who, I don't know, the leader of the group. He's wearing his Walkman. He has his boots on. He has his jacket. He swings across, and he misses and slips and falls in. Oh, to little boys, we thought that was the funniest thing. Like, he ruined his Walkman. It was destroyed. Oh man, because this was, the 80s, and Walkmans were like the height of technology back then. And we thought it was the best thing ever. We're like, oh!
Well, and the status symbol, right? I mean, like, hey, I got a Walkman, buddy.
Oh man. So yeah, she was cool. She and then they had just opened a dig site to the public. They had uncovered like actual dinosaur bones, but they had determined that they were too fragile to move to a museum, but could be preserved. And so they had like, to up tourism or something, they'd made like walkways, like a ways. And so they made an exhibit. And great grandma was like, Susan, why don't you take them to see dinosaur bones? I'm sure boys, I know they like digging in the dirt. Take them to see old bones. And I just love the way she didn't care. I mean, let's be honest, she was 104. So she really didn't care, right? What are you going to say to this woman? And yeah.
Nothing she hasn't heard many times before.
Exactly.
And like, discounted as being important.
Yeah, you got to think. This woman was born in 1882 or 1883? Like, yeah, you weren't nothing. She did not care.
And she shouldn't. No. Like she's, for somebody that age to care just bugs me.
Yeah.
I know people who do, and they just, they're still, how can I put this? They still think that other people's opinions are important. And I go, have you learned nothing?
No, you've already won. Yours is valid. Just by virtue of you still being alive, you win. You really don't have to care about anybody else as you make it that far. Like, you've won. You're it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Trip.
Okay, let's find our armor, because it's time for me to make my tech armor, I think.
Alright, when we get this killed, we are not going to come back here.
Okay, let's take all this off. Let's put this on, because now I got tech stuff. Oh yeah.
Nice. Congrats on tech.
Yeah, it's taken a bit to get here, but you know, I mean, it's well worth it once you do it.
Especially in the early game. Oh, and that didn't change either. Or I did it wrong. Maybe I have to have the... I'll wait till I get the other one and then test it. So I don't know if that's a thing. Oh.
Okay, let's throw that tech over here. And I don't believe that I need a scuba suit anymore. I believe that this is sufficient.
Work.
Oh yeah, this is sweet. Okay. Oh yeah, so if I've got to find me a turtle.
And that's better than nothing. Oh, no, Joe Bob's following me. I'll go look at you. See what we're looking like. I probably unmark you, can't I? Yeah, because I already got you discovered.
No, none of you guys can catch me. You can just suck my fumes.
I don't know why. Gotta be right. Oh, sometimes I forget what I'm doing, son. Just totally spaced out. Alright, horse. Follow me. Oh, we made arrows. Thought we did. Would help to put them on the bow. Do a lot of good otherwise. Okay. More spore. We're gonna take out you. Well, we're gonna try and recruit you and see if you turn gold. And then, I think when we get killed, we're just gonna spawn here and start uncovering this. Alright? That makes sense. Because we got map from here all the way down. So why not spawn down there and look around? Seems logical. Let's go talk to them and see what they say. Hello, friends. No. Yes. You are not the right one. Alright, I think it's just not a thing, and that is what it is. It's fine. That was one of those would be nice, but by no means required or necessary. So, whatever it's at, it's good enough for us. Good enough for Go Roman, folks.
Okay, so I get electrocuted when I'm in a tech suit. No, I do not. Tech suits are also immune to being electrocuted. Okay. Okay.
There we go. Now at least he has something, even if it's just a skinning knife.
So the next thing I want to check is, can we upgrade a tech suit to a higher level? Sense that we would be able to. Okay, let's drop some of this crap. Oh, say, can you see? Press the O key for me.
Well, it was close, but we lived. Resurrected folks.
What nearly got you?
2 vagrants. Like, the true beginner folks. I mean, I'm basically naked and I'm using a skinning knife, not a proper actual sword. And I just started, so I have no skills, so I hit like a wet noodle no matter what we turned the skills to. But
well, not quite. I mean, like, the way you've done it gives you a chance at least.
Yeah, it's rough. I finished with yeah, I probably had like 30 health left, so you know, that's something.
Yeah, but 2 against 1, skinning knife naked against vagrants. Okay, that's doable,
No,
right?
it was 3 of us against 2 of them.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was way worse than 2 against 1. Like it was, we should have won fairly well, but we're alive. They're not.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
I got some coins. Got some XP. It's getting there. Also, whenever I die, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to spawn farther south and have less walking to do. So I'm completely okay with it just whoops and being over. No worries at all.
So I'm going to breed up some dinos. Get some primo dinos. And then I'm going to take them over to the island. And I'm going to do all the boss fights.
Ah, shiny. I have never done... Well, I've done the boss fights. I've never done all the ascensions.
Yeah. I'm the same. I've done all the boss fights and all the different levels. I did the one ascension, but I haven't done the rest.
Yeah. And I always mean to, and just... I stopped caring. It's like I always meant to 100% the achievements and just stopped caring because I found out people were cheating it. And I was like, oh, well, I no longer care then.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
what other people do.
To me, sometimes it does. Sometimes it ruins it for me. I'm like, oh, well, that's not fun. So it shouldn't. You're right. But sometimes it does.
Yeah, see, I don't care because I don't care about the achievements. I think if you cared about the achievements, you would be pretty ticked that somebody was
cheating them. Yeah, and I was. I was very angry by it. Okay, so now there's 3 of us, or 4 of us with skinning knives.
Because it means your achievements don't mean anything.
Exactly.
See, I just assume people cheat. So I know that I see somebody with all these achievements and stuff. I know they cheated. Like...
At this point, that's probably safer. See, that's the one thing I like about streaming. It's proof that I didn't cheat, That is one of my favorite things about it. Also, every time I make a new guy, it resets the achievements. The achievements are per character, not per account on this game. I very much like that because who cares if I've got it before? It's new every time I do it. And I like that. I also like the achievements in this game because they actually do something for you.
Well, what do they do?
It gives you bonuses. This is the game where the achievement gives you that, 0.8% one-handed increase and 0.8% two-handed increase and 1% polearm damage increase and 1.2% increased projectile. And yeah, like they actually matter. And yeah, they're minor, but you get enough of them and add them all up, and they're across the whole game, right? And the first ones, like everything else, are super easy. You just reach 50 in any skill, and you're going to get some achievement. Or mine, the easiest achievement in the game, but also the one that doesn't give you anything because it's the easiest to get. Just don't take the newbie help. By not taking it, it gives you an achievement. But it doesn't give you anything for it because, all you did was reject newbie help. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. I should eat more food.
Okay, so I gotta knock you out.
Sort. Drop.
And then feed you.
Yeah, see, it still says 10. Well, whatever. That's what it is. I think my goal this season is to get a comment. I don't really care how much. You know what was odd last season? Episode 4 had almost twice as many views as episode 1. I don't know what I did in episode 4, but apparently it was very popular. It was the most watched episode, which strikes me as odd.
Well, and the people who are coming to watch you, does it tell you how long they watched?
Well, it tells me the average, I think. I'll have to
Yeah,
look.
so if one guy watched the whole thing and 3 guys watched 10 minutes, that doesn't help you much.
No. Yeah, I'll have to look and see exactly what it says. I don't remember, and I'm being stabbed, so. Oh, let's not. Oh, well, I'm down. Get him, guys! Go, minions! You can do it. Or we're all gonna die and you can't do it. Well, you tried! Go you. We'll enter there. Tab, minion, you, order execution, confirm, you, dismiss, confirm, dismiss, confirm, and dismiss, confirm. Mount. Execute, confirm, dismiss, confirm, dismiss, confirm, and dismiss, confirm. There we go. Now we're effectively starting brand new over, but look at how much of our map we've mapped out. Worth it. It didn't take long. I mean, we streamed 2.5 hours. Part of that was redoing server bits, so I view this as progress.
A win.
Yeah.
It's a win.
A lot of progress. 2.5 hours to map, I would say a third of the new player area. That feels very, yeah, win-y. Alright, so let's grab this stuff. Because like I told the stream, one of the things I learned is there's potentially just a massive amount of grind in this game. So it strikes me as very important to know where the heck I want to live. And I have no idea. So maybe I should find that out.
But it also seems that you have to move where you live constantly.
I don't know about constantly. I'm thinking early, mid, and late. So like 3 major
That's constantly
times.
to me.
Well, there's also the ability to have 3 permanent bases that don't have to move. Like that is a thing. There are 3 of those. What are they called? I want the actual name. One sec. Guild tech. What are you? Boundary markers. You can have 3 different boundary markers. So you could set up one for your new base, one for your other base, and one for the thing, and then never have to move. And you could just use a bed to fast travel between them all. So.
Well, that makes it a little more palatable.
Yeah, I'm thinking because fast travel is free. You can't travel items between it, but I mean that would be broken and overpowered if you could, because this
What
game
do you
does
mean
have
by
PvP.
items?
I mean, you can't bring your
like
inventory
your clothes
during fast travel, just yourself.
But can you carry
nothing?
Like
just yourself.
Like, okay, so it's like Ark. If you use beds to travel, you have to be naked.
Yes.
Okay.
But
see, I don't see that as powered, actually.
Yeah, and kind of like Ark, this game, instead of an RG or a Bronto to walk between your bases with all your stuff, this game you would just put a cart with a horse and carry a ridiculous amount of things. Same thing. Yeah. So it has never bothered me, right? It's never been like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. I'll never make it's never been.
Never suggested that. It's and
and I know you weren't.
Your reason for doing it too, for playing the game, is to take the time and enjoy it during the trip.
Yeah. I like grind.
If you like grind, and some people don't.
True.
And so as a result,
why on the stream, one of the first things I did was I told them about that 30 times server. And if anybody wants a place to play, that server doesn't have a password. Anybody's free to join there. And if you think this game looks interesting, but you're like, oh my God, I want to get through it fast, by all means, go play there. They will take anybody and have fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel rewarding. It feels way too easy, and that's not my style of play.
Well, of course not. But the thing with it is that it's, if you want to just whip through the game and see what it's like before you play it seriously, sure. But the thing is, most people don't. They'll whip through the game, says, "Yeah, I've done it," and then they walk away.
Exactly. Whereas I had you crank the settings, I whipped through it to answer some questions like, oh, how many extra points do we need so that you could solo learn everything? And then even since that experiment, I've played 3 more times already. Like that definitely wasn't it for me. But yeah, some people, they would do that one and be like, okay, done, and never come back. Be like, nope, I'm done. I did it once. I'm good forever. And I can't wrap my head around that. You didn't do all the things. And they're like, yeah, but why would you want to do all the things? I'm like, we clearly do things differently.
Well, and part of what you have is you've got massive amounts of time on your hands.
Ain't that the truth?
So you value anything that makes that time pass.
Retirement is hard to fill. Like, it really is.
Okay.
I find it hard to fill. Like,
said, okay, I'm different. I know it. I know I'm different. So
yeah.
For me, I have so many things I want to get done yet.
Yeah, I know some people, they're like, oh, retirement's flying by. I'm like, man, you and I are clearly doing it differently.
Uh-huh.
It is.
But I can still sit here and play a game for, days on end.
Yeah.
And not feel any particular need to do anything quote unquote useful.
Yeah, I think the last useful thing I did, at least in, we'll say, like the hard labor category, was
okay,
put a fence on the pig pen, and
sure.
then I collapsed, and 2 of the field hands had to carry me in. So I should not have been out there doing that.
Yeah, well,
my wife is like yelling at me. She's like, "You're gonna hurt yourself," and I was like, "I'm fine." And then they're carrying me in. She's like, "You still fine?" I was like, "No, you were right." She's like, "I know I was right." I was like, "Yeah, you were right, darling." Oh God.
We'll just set that as the default that you are right. Always.
Yeah, it is, and I tell her that, and she knows that. Like, she's like, "Yes, I'm aware that I'm right." Oh God, that was a very foolish day on my part. Oh my God, I hurt so bad. I did. I just fell over and couldn't get up again. I was just laying there in the mud going,
it's done.
I think I'm done.
Like,
done. You look it. One of them's like, "Are you dead, man?" I was like, "No, I think I'm still alive. I can't tell. Everything hurts too bad." Oh God, it was it was rough. It was funny as hell though. One of the pigs came over and started sniffing me. I was like, "Can somebody get me out of here before the pigs decide to pee on me?" And they're like, "Yeah."
The pigs are more likely to eat you than to piss on you.
Yeah.
Pigs are true omnivores.
Yep. Well, I think it's funny. So the grandkid, we have a kind of a pet pig. He's very small. He just never got big. And he's called Hammy because, of course, he is.
He's a pig, yeah.
Yeah. And the grandkids are like, "Oh, look, Hammy likes it," because like they'll feed him scraps and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, he's a pig. He literally will eat anything. Like, we could put you in there and he'd eat you. But they're like,
Yep.
oh, look, he likes it. I'm like, none of that is a surprise, child. But they're like, oh. And it'll be fun. Like, they'll give him, like, old cinnamon rolls. I'll be like, yeah, I'm shocked that the pig likes cinnamon rolls. Like, really, child? You would eat that. Come on. Hell, you took a bite on the way down here. There's not a surprise. It's just, oh, I love my grandkids.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
They don't know, right?
Yeah. God, they're entertaining. Hey, 21.
And well, they should be entertaining.
Ding, 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 ding. Gotta shoot some rabbits.
Okay, I got turtle. Myrtle the turtle, the male turtle. There we go.
Well, a pretty quality name for a turtle.
Yes. Myrtle the male turtle. And you go and park your butt in there. Okay, I'm going to start carrying around the Basiosaurus with me at all times now.
I used to always tame early turtles, 2 males, and then like 10 females for the eggs, back when, you needed the specific eggs for kibble. And then as one of the males would be my early sacrificial lamb to get everybody else away. Just send it to attack and everybody else follow me. And then also as my first early game fridge, right? Keep those berries from spoiling, because the rates were so low on gather, it would take forever to gather enough to do anything.
And turtles kept that from spoiling?
They reduced the decay by 3 times normal. So they didn't prevent decay, but they severely retarded the rate of decay, which helped a lot early game. They were like a portable mini fridge kind of thing. They never ate
well,
much.
I can guarantee you that is the very first turtle I have ever tamed in Ark.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I love turtles. I'm all about taming them.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, they're a great pet. Well, also, I like turtles. I mean, the icon for the Discord is a turtle. The icon for me is a turtle. The icon for my YouTube channel is a turtle. The icon for my Twitch when I had one was a turtle. I'm a fan of turtles.
Evidently.
We have turtles. We had a desert tortoise. Oh, I love that thing. Just sit in the backyard with me. And we would just sit there all day. All day. Neither of us would move. Quality pet. Doesn't want anything. Just wants to be left alone.
Just leave me alone. I'm good.
You water them like 3 times a year. That's it. Like, they are the easiest pet to take care of. And to take care of properly, which is just amazing. Oh, I loved it.
No, I get it. It's not for me, like
no,
I'd like to have a pet that I can walk, get around the block in less than 3 months.
Yeah.
To me that's part of the deal, right?
Yeah, it was definitely a Fides style pet, not a normal human pet.
Well, and joking aside, I mean, I can see owning a turtle or a tortoise, and I think that would be cool. My difficulty with that is with the tortoise is they live so long.
Yeah.
I would have to have a contract with my kids to look after the turtle or the tortoise.
Yeah, I was not his first human, but it was one of those. It was kind of a community thing, passed down from vet to vet to vet, because we knew they would care, and so it was one of those things where in your will, it was never willed to your family. It was willed to a list of people in your unit that you trusted. And it was a long list because you never knew how many of you weren't going to make it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool.
Well, that is kind of cool. It's again, it takes a particular type of person to want to do that, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we were definitely an odd, situation. I think one of the last normal pets I had was Great Dane, which I always enjoyed because from far away, we looked like a normal human walking a normal dog.
Yeah, until you get close.
And then we get close, and everybody's like, "Oh, wow,
wow, that Chihuahua is big."
Yeah. Oh, which always entertained me. Because people just wouldn't realize it. We just keep getting bigger.
Yeah.
But I liked it because, with the Great Dane, I felt somewhat normal sized, right? Like, oh, I'm not that much of a freak of a human. I was like,
yeah, you don't have to fold yourself in thirds to get down to give him a pat, right?
Yeah, it felt like having a normal dog. I was like, all right, cool. But we did get a lot of odd, like people would be like, oh look, monsters. I'd be like, oh great. But I never minded it from old ladies because they would do the typical, could you get this off the top shelf? But they would do that to anybody taller than them. So that's why it never bothered. Like they weren't singling me out because I was almost 7 feet tall. They were just picking, hey, you're bigger than me. Could you get this? Yep. Just like I never minded asking super short people, hey, could you get this off the bottom? Like, do you know it would take me a day and a half to bend over far enough to reach the bottom shelf? Like, are you aware of that? You don't have to bend. You're there. Can you get that, please?
Mm-hmm.
So same thing.
Yep.
Ah, yes. The past. Fun times. Oh. I enjoy deforesting the shoreline and just hitting reeds. I make just silly amounts of those stone sickles and just endlessly cut the reeds. I don't know why I enjoy it so much. Because I don't hate this version of the plant in real life.
Mm-hmm.
These white fronded kind of cattail things, like I'm not allergic to them. I don't hate it. They're not cut grass. They're not bad. They're fine. So it's not a hatred of the plant, but man, I enjoy it. So what's next on the taming docket for Ark? Like, what's the next? Ooh, I really want one.
The next thing I need to do is to find a mate for my T-Rex, because I'm going to need several T-Rexes for the island.
Okay.
Then I need a couple of tickle monsters. Do the same thing with them.
Okay. Same thing, just mating purposes.
Well, yeah, you need the tickle monsters, right? Like, you have to have them for the dragon. Right, you know that, right? Like,
I mean, I just like them. They're amazing tames.
agreed. Oh yeah, the hovercraft is just so cool.
Hovercraft?
It is. Yeah.
That's definitely new to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been around for a bit. It's
Man, I have some terrible shots. Good God. Oh my God. Too
okay.
low, recollect, clear it. Too high, like just, oh.
So I have spent crazy amounts of tech and metal and stuff just to get that. And I feel I got the better end of that deal.
Just to get what?
The tech skiff, the hovercraft, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one. So.
Well.
Sounds cool.
I can stream for 2 seconds, let you see it.
I don't know how to do that with my stream running. I don't know if my net would keep up, but thank you.
Then some other time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some other time I will definitely, because it sounds cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And one of the problems I was having, of course, I shouldn't say of course, but was that I'm using I'm using a mod that spawns higher difficulty beasties around the island.
Okay.
And anyways, I just realized something. You can't get on a dinosaur that's hitched. Anyways, they're higher level beasties, but they get spawned randomly around the island. And the way you find out where they are so you can go get them is you have a walkie-talkie in your bar. And then from time to time, it'll tell you, hey, such and such a thing is over in such and such a place. And some of them I want, some of them I don't. But sometimes what happens when I log on, I'm exiting now, when I log on, is it'll be at the end of when they're going to be on the island, because they only are on for a while and then they get taken off, and just the way it is. And several times while I was using a very slow boat to get there, I didn't get there before they despawned. Because you also have to find them. Like, just because it tells you it's at 50-50 doesn't mean it's at 50-50. It's going to be around that area, kind of, sort of.
It's in the vicinity.
And so you go look in the vicinity. So you go looking around, and you might find them, in 30 seconds. You might find them in 20 minutes. Like, it all depends on how far he's wandered since he spawned in. And the carnivores are the worst, right? Like, because they start chasing stuff. And,
yeah.
Right. They're gone, right? So you go looking for the carnivore, and you go like. So twice I went looking for carnivores that I wanted, and I couldn't find them. So that's because they just screwed off. But also the one time when there was a T-Rex that I really, really wanted, the problem with it is that he despawned before I was just getting to the location. I thought I even saw him. Like, he's big, right? So they're pretty easy to see usually. And yeah, I figured I'd even seen him, but I wasn't quite close enough to see him. All of a sudden he disappeared. And then the message went on the top. Yeah, such and such has left the server, never to return. Jeez, thanks.
And you were like, good God.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of go like, oh, that wasn't very nice of you to do that to me. Anyways, that's why I wanted the skiff, because the skiff is like 3 times faster than anything else on the server. And plus it carries like a crap ton of materials. And if I care to, I can put all kinds of stuff on it because it's a nice big platform.
Hell yeah. So you can actually get to the things in a timely manner and do stuff.
Right. And I can carry, and like I'll ultimately put, I didn't do it just now because I need to go and start talking to Mom about supper. And anyway, so, I just do the thing with the thing, and I'm hoping to have a fridge on there, and then I'll keep, the food and the kibble because kibble just takes forever to make everything I need.
Mm-hmm.
So it's valuable, and I don't want it to go away, and so I'll put all that on there and have it on there all the time with me, and then I'll make I'll make a saddle box, and I'll make all the different kinds of saddles that I think I'll ever need.
Then you'll be good to go.
Yeah, because I keep doing that. Like, I keep going out, getting something, and I just kind of want to slap a saddle on it and go like, oh, wait, I left it back at camp. I'm an idiot.
You gotta take it back, make the saddle, put it on. Oh, good God. Yeah.
Or like the Bastia Forest, right? I didn't have the saddle with me. I'm like, So, but of course I put him to sleep, so I had to let him anyways. But then I go back, I got the saddle, I got some more kibble that I'd made, so I had more kibble to put him to sleep. And, just in that case, I knew where he was, and I got back in lots of time and got him tamed. But when you're out in the wilderness and these things despawn after a while, I prefer to have everything there. In fact, I'm thinking of getting, like, just putting a smithy and a fabricator right on the skiff. So if I happen to need something that I don't have, I'll just make it right there.
I mean, if you can fit the mobile, yeah, put everything. Why not?
Exactly. Make it my base, kind of.
Hell yeah. That sounds amazing.
Anyways, it's pretty big, so it doesn't fit in anything. It's sitting on top of my base right now.
That sounds amazing.
But, yeah, kind of cool. And like, there's mechs that you can have that you can be inside now, and you just walk around in this great big mech and shoot, big cannons and stuff. And
so Ark has really changed, Jesus.
Oh yeah, yeah, and like, I am using, the Superstructures mod. I'm using the Superstructures mod, but the vanilla mod's there. It's just, all it is it allows me to pick it up if I ever want to.
Nice.
So it's the same as vanilla. It's just the SS mod, because I like the idea of it saying SS skiff, because then it's,
the SS, yeah.
I thought that was funny. What can I say?
So do I.
Safe ship.
No such thing.
Yep. course, I always felt that if somebody called something the safe ship, I'm not getting on that sucker, because if they got to tell me it's safe, I know they're lying to me.
I thought one of the funniest ever was an American guy used to name all his stuff HMS, and he was very anti
His Majesty's Service,
and Her Majesty's ship, and he was very anti-British. And he was like, "Oh, I hate the Queen." And I was like, "So, tell me more about that." And I got him to go off for like 15 minutes. I was like, "So why do you name all your stuff HMS?" He's like, "Oh, it's cool, man. That's what you put in front of boats." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "You know that's an acronym, right?" He's like, "What's an acronym?" I was like, "Oh God." Never mind. You have a lovely life. Like I was done. As soon as he said, "What's an acronym?" I was like, "I'm out. You're good.
Yeah,
you
do you. Pretty much are. Yeah.
Like, you already don't know. We're not gonna go there. Yeah. I'm gonna make no progress.
Well, yeah, and it's pretty safe to do SS, because originally SS meant steamship. And then after they kept putting SS on things, people changed it to the screw ship, and people didn't like that, so they changed it to safe ship. They literally did call it screw ships.
Well, because they had screws, there was a failed technology that was invented, built, used once, never successfully, because by the time they invented it, it was already too late. It was the first, it was a submarine, and it had an anti-ship mine. And so it's on the back, and it was a 2-person submersible, and they would send it into a harbor up under a ship, and the second guy would screw the bomb into the hull of the ship, and then they would float out. The problem was the screws were wooden, and they had already started iron plating hulls. So by the time they got it built, it was too late. Hulls were already iron plated, so it was totally dead, obsolete technology by the time they made the first one. But they still did invent and build one. And so I always thought that was super cool.
And they sunk one ship with it too.
Yeah, it just always struck me as, oh, that's cool. Yeah. So, yeah.
It was cool because they actually did sink one ship with it. Now, they sunk as well, because the quote-unquote submarine that it was attached to that took it in wasn't built very well.
Wasn't good. No,
no.
When you're learning, there's a lot of bad ideas that are out. For example, the Bradley that I used to crew on has parachutes for it. Which turns into a lawn dart and just a very expensive explosive. It just turns it into a kinetic projectile. It has a fording kit for floating, which just sinks and kills everybody. So it has all this stuff. None of us are dumb enough to use it, but it was all invented. But none of us are dumb enough to go, 33 tons, let's parachute with that.
Well, my son actually works for the Canadian and U.S. Joint Services of the military defense contractors, and he writes the software for these things. So he's written the software for the targeting cannons on your tanks. And there's a new, he keeps on using an acronym, but it's for carrying people around.
Okay.
It's like the Bradley. Okay. And it actually is submersible.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are.
Yeah. So it's the replacement for your Bradley, evidently. I don't know anything about it. I've seen a picture, and he said, "Don't remember it."
Nice.
Yeah, he says you're not supposed to see that, because
Oh yeah, and the Bradley was old before I even joined.
Right.
Put it this way.
Anyways,
it was sold when I joined. My MOS doesn't even exist. So.
What's an MOS?
Military Occupational Specialty. It's basically my job.
Oh, okay.
So the thing I joined as, if you let's assume you're 18, you're like, I want to join the military. You couldn't be what I was. It flat out doesn't exist.
Fair enough. Yeah. And it's the military loves their acronyms. Anyway, so he told me about, they had this this thing has a cannon on it, and he wrote the software to do a bunch of stuff on it. I can't even tell you some of it, but one of the things that he wrote was he wrote the software for the cannon, once it's acquired a target, for it to stay on that target until it's told not to, or until the target is destroyed.
Okay.
And they took him in it. Now, he is the first and so far only civilian to ride in one of these things.
Nice.
Yeah, and so he's in there with his laptop. He gets in, and the technician for this thing, he keeps on using some sort of an acronym for it. But anyways, it's he starts, he brings out some brackets and he starts bolting down the laptop to the station he was on. And my son looks at him and says, "Oh, does this mean I get a 5-point harness too?" He says, "Yeah, it's actually a 7-point, but yes, you do get a harness, because otherwise we're going to scramble you like an egg." And so he's in there. Everybody else is strapping in, and they gave him a helmet. He had to, but it's a special colored helmet that shows that he's a civilian.
Yeah.
Anyways, he described all this. So he gets his helmet on. He had to wear this kind of a flak jacket, and they said, "Look, this is just a training exercise. This isn't bulletproof. This is just so that we don't break your bones with the harness." And so my son's going like, maybe I made a wrong career choice here. Anyways,
I can program this from a building. We're good. You'll be fine.
Like, you can't. You can't though, because they were because it does have telemetry, so that you can communicate with it from remote. However, what they were testing is it in silent mode, so where it has no outside communications, like it's just a black box.
Yep.
And as he says basically turns into a super Faraday cage. So he described his journey, and he says at one point, like they're shooting targets out of these cannons. They had to acquire it within a few milliseconds and destroy it within a certain number of milliseconds.
Mm-hmm.
And his job was to make to run the telemetry inside to tell them if they had done it, because he had to write software just to watch this happen and to figure out how many milliseconds from the time it on the screen to when we were able to target it. How long did it take the gunner to identify it as a target and then tell the cannon that was a valid target? And then how long did it take to get destroyed after that? And he said everything was going swimmingly. We're driving through trees, and he says these are trees big, like a foot around. He says we're driving through trees, and I couldn't even feel us hit them. They got me out afterwards, and I saw our path. It was just absolute destruction. He says, and we went through a rock, like a boulder, and there was nothing but gravel. Anyways, and he didn't feel that. And he says, well, everything is going great, and they were only going to do what they call a flat field test, which he says there's under no circumstances is that a flat field that we're used to seeing on the farm. But so it's rolling hills. And he says, okay, well, that worked out so well. Let's do our airborne test. And my son looked at him and says, you realize there's no wings on this, right? He says, don't worry, we know how to get this airborne. So they literally went off like a 20-foot cliff. And while it was in the air, they fired off these targets, and it still took them out. And to me, that, like, knowing the software, that just blows my mind that they could do that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if that thing came over the hill,
it's fancy nowadays.
I'll tell you, if that came over the hill and a gunner pointed you out on the soft, like all he has to do is touch a touch string. If he targeted you, you wouldn't even know that you've been targeted before you were at the pearly gates trying to explain to King Peter why you need to go back. It's a mistake.
When I first joined, it was all guys like me making decisions, doing things. As I was getting out, it was already really smart kids pushing buttons and machines helping them. Like, I shudder to think, just in 20 years, there's already no place for guys like me, you know?
No.
Like,
no, not in the Canadian military, at least. We don't have.
Like, it is so fancy and advanced. I got nothing, man. I don't know.
It's all drones and autonomous vehicles now.
Yeah. It's all stuff that I just way beyond me. Because when I joined, it was still just us guys walking around in the mud. You know?
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Well, actually, you know you obviously know the Black Hawk helicopters, right?
I do. I don't fit in them. I hate them. I'm very much a 47 guy.
I have no idea what that is. At any
rate,
school
bus with two propellers on top, like the big thing. It's a Chinook.
I wouldn't even know. I know what a Chinook is.
There you go. Not the giant wind that you guys get in Canada.
No, I know. I've actually seen a Chinook helicopter because we have
a CH-47.
Okay, I wouldn't have known that. So I can see why they would call it a Chinook because of the CH. Anyways, there is a new version of the Black Hawk helicopter. It's not called anything yet.
There's a lot of versions of the Black Hawk helicopter.
Well, no, but it's not called anything yet. Whatever this new one is. My son wrote the software for it for ground telemetry.
Okay.
And he was explaining to me like the amount of data that has to go up and down, because the amount of data that it collects overwhelms the pilots and the gunner. They can't parse all the data coming in. And so what the computers on board do is they send that data back down to a control center, which could be hundreds of miles away. You know, they could be on a ship out in the middle of the Gulf, and you could be, in Bahrain or someplace. And what it does is within a certain number of milliseconds, it will send information, not always targeting information, but information back to the pilots and identify to the best of their ability what it is. And the pilots and the gunners then make their split-second decisions as to whether they were, what has the computer made a good decision or not. It's just the amount of data going back and forth. It can't be hacked. It has to get there and come back with error checking they have multiple ways. They have a laser and they have a high-end, it's like a microwave beam. It's all line of sight because radio waves are too slow. It's just crazy. Like the stuff they're doing is just insane. And as he said, we don't tell the pilots this, but that ship, if it gets hit hard enough and killed everybody inside, the guys on the ground can take it over like a drone and keep it going.
Yeah.
Because you can now hit these things so hard that, as he says, all biologicals are considered to be non-viable is the word he used.
Yeah. That sounds like how they talk about us.
And yet, that helicopter can continue to function and can complete the mission with ground control only.
Yeah, that doesn't.
And so I said to him, he said, so I asked him, so why do you have pilots up there? He says, because politicians don't trust computers because they don't even know what the internet is. Forget about what this is doing. And the stuff like I learned, and more stuff that he's kind of told me, and he says, look, just forget you heard that. You know, like he gets excited and he starts talking about stuff, and then all of a sudden he'll stop and go, forget that one.
Because they've seen Terminator. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why they still have pilots.
Basically, yeah. And he says the next ones that he's doing something else right now. It's not about he's not working on any particular military helicopter right now. What he's doing is he's streamlining their programming progress. So the slowest part of programming is the testing phase.
Okay.
Right. So they use a programming methodology called Agile, and they end up with sprints. So let's say you've got 6 weeks to complete a task or a set of tasks in your sprint. And then you have a week where you decide what the next sprint's going to be. You evaluate if the last sprint was good, and then you designate, your teams to get on the sprint. Well, that only gives the people who are testing it 2 days. Okay. Well, before my son took over, it was taking up to 3 weeks to test the software. They were always so far behind, they had no idea if the software they had written in the last 2 months was actually doing its job. And they kept on saying, oh, well, this piece is broken. And then they go, yeah, but that piece, a whole bunch of stuff depends on it. If it's broken, all the rest of the stuff probably isn't working either. And so what he did on his team, this is how he got promoted into this situation, is he wrote software that would test it for him. And he can test now what used to take 3 weeks in less than an hour.
Nice.
The problem is that humans don't like change.
No.
And so he has actually been moved up into management to the point where he's now in charge of all Canadian programming, but in his specific area of testing. And he's talking them into enjoying the process of writing testing software.
Good.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah, just more stuff I don't understand. I can teach you how to pull a trigger. That's about the extent of my skill set. I don't know how to do the smart guy stuff. That's for guys like you, in fact, which is why you're the one who sets up the server.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm very, very good at what I do and what I know.
Yeah, we surely
my
don't have
son
setting up servers.
Oh well, setting these servers up is child's play. My son absolutely makes me look like a toddler.
Yeah.
Trying to race
good.
a Ferrari.
I mean, we want our kids to surpass us, you know?
Oh, and he has surpassed me by such a large margin. Like just, like I can follow him and understand what he's doing and appreciate the complexities. But if you wanted me to go in and start doing that, I wouldn't have a clue how to start.
Yeah. See, my brother and dad went into similar fields. And yeah, my brother can do circles around my dad.
Yep. Well, I was all self-taught, right? Because when I was learning this stuff, nobody was teaching. Nobody knew it. Yeah. Nobody knew what was going on, right? So there wasn't, like, I did go to a computer science course in the University of Waterloo for one summer. I was taking Fortran 77, and I learned enough to learn I didn't want to program Fortran 77. Right? It was, and remember, we're back on a PDP-11 with punch cards. Yeah. Who in the right mind wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. Right? That was in 1977 and 1978, that summer of 1978. And that was insane. You know, like anybody who did it back then had to be autistic. Nobody else would have the mental fortitude to do it. And understand, I have always felt that people with autism just need people to put them in the right spots because they have skills the rest of us do not have.
Ain't that the truth?
You know, it's such a valuable skill.
Most of the video game knowledge I've gained is only because of autism.
And it's very possible.
Other people get bored and give up, I will do the exact same activity endlessly for hundreds of hours.
Right. The things that after a very short period of time I'm bored with and I'm going off doing something else, you're finding endlessly fascinating.
Yep.
And that's what I keep talking about to people. I keep saying, look, you know, like people I end up talking to who are dismissive of the autistic, for instance. I'm just using it as one example because there's a multiple people who seem to be disabled but have very specialized ways of looking at the world. That it's just going to take the rest of us saying, hey, look, you need to be here doing this. And they would go, sure. And then they do an amazing job. It's just that we tend to dismiss them and put them in boxes and tell them, you know, they're there, you're just stupid. Well, they aren't. They just, their brains work different. They're wired different. And we need those people.
You can't do the only thing I know, so you clearly suck. Sure, that's the only way to look at it. You're obviously right.
Right. Anyways, that's a pet peeve, so I'll shut up on that right now.
I'm with you.
Anyways, long story short, when he graduated, I've got pictures of him in diapers, right? It was a hot summer day. He had a diaper on. He didn't have a shirt on or pants on or anything. He's just standing on a chair because that's the only way he could reach the keyboard. And I had not taught him this. He's just past learning how to walk. He would just able to climb up on the chair and then climb up and reach the keyboard. And he was starting a program that he wanted to play on the Commodore 64. And I got to remember, he had to turn everything on. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Wilma had trouble turning it on, right? So he turned it all on, the monitor, the keyboard, and the mouse. He found the right CD. Now, he cannot read.
Yeah.
But he found the right CD because he had seen me use it.
Yeah, probably pictures.
Or there was no picture on it.
It was just understood the shape of the letters. He didn't know what they
meant,
he knew the shape.
However he identified it. Years later, he couldn't tell me. He put it in, waited for it to spin up, and to start a software program on the Commodore 64, you have to type to get a directory so you can see what's on the disk. You have to type in load space quote $ quote, $8, 1, press enter. The guy can't write, he can't read, but he had memorized what he needed. And he found the characters in order. He got it started. This is when I walked into the room and I saw him doing this. And I watched him. I took a picture of him. He didn't know I was there. He got the directory up, and he needed the directory because then what I had to do is say load space, quote, the file name he needed, end quote, $8, 1, and then press enter. And it was just a goofy little game with a skier going down a hill, and he thought it was the best game ever. Mm-hmm. And so he typed in it was something skier, right? So it was, he's copying the text, but he knew everything else that had to go around it. He got it going, reached over, grabbed the joystick, and started playing. And I've got pictures of him doing that. And I walked in, and he goes, something like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was, this is fun. Is there more games like this? And I said, don't worry, we'll get you lots of games, my son. I was tickled pink. Here's this kid. He's 2 years old, almost 2. He's done this thing that I hardly was able to teach adults how to do, and he's in there figuring it out himself.
Hey,
Hi, Jim.
What's going on?
Hey, it's a Jim.
Well,
good evening,
you're just about to lose me because I've got to go make supper for my mom. She's going to starve to death.
Well, I'm making supper too, so yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'll be back in a while.
All right.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you when you return. What are you making, Steel?
Chicken legs and French fries.
Nice. I am streaming, so random strangers on the internet can hear you.
That's fine. That's no problem. Hi, random strangers. I'm Canadian, so and don't hold that against me.
Canadians are delightful. If they do, they can piss off. The
random they're polite. I'm
suck
told.
If they don't like the Canadians.
Yeah, I haven't met a polite one, but I'm told Canadians are polite. So
I like Canadians.
All right. So do I give you the update on my?
Yes, on your 7 days progress, by all means, please.
So, last time I talked to you, I had died once. Remember, not of my own accord. I jumped on.
You hit some spikes.
Some spikes, and I couldn't get off them. So,
which happens to the best of us. I mean.
Yeah. So, anyhow, the next day I was, sitting at my base doing nothing. I killed everything around there. So, hopped up on the truck because my dog needed to go outside. So I get back to my keyboard. I swear 45 seconds later and I'm dead. So I went, okay, well, obviously something came along, a bird or something. So
sounds like Undead Legacy.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. So it came out of nowhere. So, anyways, I said, okay, well, no, you know what? That's not good. I don't want these 2 deaths on my hand. So I reset the game, started it again, and
nice.
Ended up in a I'm doing a fights. Yeah. So,
hey, I approve. I'm all about restarting, man.
Yeah. So I hop back in, make a new map, and lo and behold, it puts me out in the middle of absolute nowhere with 4 houses, kind of in this little meadow, and I knew the way the houses were lined up that this was the prefaces for a tier 5. Entrance, right?
God,
you just knew it, right?
Or
just the way
it's hey, I'm screwed. I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
I'm gonna work it. So here's Jim armed with a wood spear. I gotta lay this out for you.
God.
A wood spear. Okay. I have a bone knife, a wood spear, and that's it. It's day 1. Actually, I recant that. It's day 2.
So you've clearly teched up a lot already.
Yep. So day 2, I go into the house. I realize that in short order that the 3 houses are filled with, all sorts of. I mean, I can look through the windows and see, the growling and the grums. I knew they were full of guys, so not a big deal. So I stir them up and get them to break through the windows and come out, and I knock them all down. That's easy peasy, even with my wood spear. Do not make a stone spear for some god unknown reason.
Of course not. Why would you? Why would you do the thing helps? Like, that's just crazy talk.
I know. But I did pick up, I looted an iron baton. I think it was F level.
Okay, so, that's something.
Yep. So and I never fought with a baton. So, anyways, long story short, I go through the house and I said, oh, hey, you know what? I found the secret traps or the secret switches that are well hidden that unlock, because I can hear it in the background, right?
Okay.
So each one of these 3 houses has an iron. I'm going to say probably at least a 50 level lockpick, which is 50 levels more than I'm going to have on day 2 to lockpick it. But if you go hit the switch, it automatically pops the hatches.
Okay.
So I pop down the first hole and run around the corner, and the first 2 guys I meet are the 2 soldiers, right? So I'm going, okay, no, I know this is much higher level than where I should be.
Yeah,
I should
leave. Really good indicator.
Yeah, I should leave. But
you're Jim.
But I don't. I'm Jim. That's right. No, so I kite those guys out, and I kill them. Okay, and that baton is working quite well. I've gleaned a couple of levels, and I've got some sneak now, and I've got some some agility. So, by the way, I have no food. I want to qualify this. I have 0 food. other than the one can of rations and the one bottle that I started the game with.
Yeah, because it's still
and
basically
zero
day
water.
1, despite it being day 2. So of course you don't.
Yep.
Why would you?
Yep. No, exactly. So I'm already starting to, my health is down to, my health and my water is down to about 7 days. So yeah, as I'm entering the hatch. Now keep this in mind. I do well. I am in this underground terrain, underground bunker, for lack of better words, for barring 2 hours. I find a guy, kite him, kill him, right? Even with my little wood spear, right? Pick up a little bit, enough to repair it. I think I even managed to pick up some stuff to make some primitive repair kits, and I mean, I think you get a couple of normal repair kits, which help repair that baton. All right. For some reason, I drop my bullets for my 9mm. No idea where they went.
Because you're
None.
Jim.
Yep. Just walk in there unprepared. So, anyways, long story short, I probably stir up a little bit more than I could knock down. So at one time, I have bar none 20 zombies following me or hunting me down. 8 of which are those soldiers. All right, because I counted them, right? Because the 6 guys that killed me were all soldiers. The other guys,
it's the 6 guys that killed me. Oh, Jim, God love you, man.
It was great.
Never
I loved
change,
it.
Jim. Never change.
No, that's right. So
you're amazing.
And I even hid in that washroom for bar none 10 minutes out of sight.
Oh.
And they still hunted me down. So for whoever says that, when you lose line of sight and for 50 seconds or a minute is not so, at least not on day 2 in a tier 5. I can tell you, they still hunt you.
Oh man, Jim, that is.
It was great.
That's amazing.
I loved it. So I have restarted again, and lo and behold, I managed to drop pretty much exactly where I was in the first one, that in the Japanese town.
Okay.
So I just zoomed in. I'm not sure. I've got an infection I got to take care of here. So let me run over to Trader Joel.
I mean, that's my whole master's secret, is just a lot of practice. That's all it is. I just restart so much that I wind up getting good at things because I've done it 20,000 times, And I refine my habits and my plans, and oh, this will probably work. Oh, this was a terrible idea. Oh, this was good. And until I've eliminated the majority of bad ideas, and I've trained myself out of them.
Yep. So I'm still working it, work in progress, as it were. So, but as it is, I am trying to go and make this a clean game. I'm going to try to do a FIDES.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I wish you well.
Yeah. So shout out to all your stream peeps. FIDES a good man. He's well dedicated to his craft.
Or he's just insane and has ridiculous amounts of free time.
Well, whichever way you want to, whatever day you want to do it, that's fine. I was just trying to be complimentary.
Oh, it's very kind of Canadian. You're humans that are capable
nice people.
of being kind.
Yes. And I can't wait for this Trader Joel's to reset and get more ammo, because I am hurting. I am a hurting soul. Comes to ammo, because I really want to take this tier 5. By the way, there's a tier 5. I think I told you about that tier 5 with the grate. I'm going back in there.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, I don't ever do tier 5s at all.
Sorry?
I don't ever do tier 5s at all.
Well, I'm going back in there.
I can't solo them, so I don't do them.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure if I brought Sun and Andrew, I could pull it off, right? Like, they could hang. Andrew's a bullet sponge. Everything hates him. If he exists, a zombie will go after him. Like, it'll ignore you, run straight to him. So,
yep.
I could pull off clearing anything. All I have to do is bring Andrew, and everything will ignore me.
Yeah, because he's, bangs off the boomstick and makes things really loud.
Everything attacks him.
But that's okay. That's cool. I don't mind that.
It's good for keeping other people alive, that's for sure.
So I now have what do I have? I'm only a couple of days into this. I'm not sure which day this is. It'll probably got to be day 2 or 3. 116-0.
Not bad.
I am, I don't know how many levels I am. Skills collectible. I don't have any skills. I don't have much for anything. It says I am level 9. Game stage 13. So as you can tell, I'm not very far into this.
Yeah. I mean, oddly enough, I just restarted Myth of Empires. Wanted to adjust some settings. Did.
Oh, yeah.
Decided, yeah, I like this, and restarted.
Awesome.
Because it felt kind of disingenuous to, well, I say community, I don't think I have a community, but it felt disingenuous to anybody watching to adjust settings and keep playing. So I wanted to start over, delete my guy, and make a new level 1.
I am wondering whether it is beneficial to do this. I've got 3 waters. I have got 6 meats too, so that's awesome. That's a plus.
That'll keep you going for a while, because that's water and food.
I have got 4 vitamins. I have I need to kill this infection. That's what I need to do. It's at, what do I need to kill an infection?
Infection? Honey.
Honey, right?
Yeah, or herbal antibiotics or regular antibiotics.
Yeah, none of which I've got at my disposal at the moment.
I would go look for stumps in the forest.
Yep. Well, I probably got honey kicking around. I just got to make it, and I don't know if I can make it. Let me run up to my campfire and see if I can make some honey.
1 glass bottle, 5 honeycomb.
Yep. Because that infection's getting to 10%. I better cure that real quick.
And a honey will do 5. But you still want to take it even if you only have 1, because I'll give you a countdown to go find more.
Yep. Okay, now I gotta go find some stumps. I can run across hundreds of them, but when I really need one, can't find them anywhere.
Well, of course not. You need it. You're at risk of dying. Now it can't spawn it. It can only spawn it when there's no chance of you stopping to harvest it. To taunt you. And go, hey, you see this thing? You remember this later. And we won't be there. So that way we can mock you. Because that's how the universe works.
Alright, so I got 2 honeycombs now.
It's alright, I'm just riding around the map on this game. I decided I want to uncover most of it and figure out where I want to live before I really build something.
You said Age of Empires?
Myth.
What's that one again?
Myth of Empires.
Oh, Myth of Empires. So that's the Japanese or Shogun version of this game.
Chinese, like Ark, kind of, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, tame stuff, survive, yeah. That is a pretty accurate description.
All right.
And I really enjoy it. I seem to be kind of the only one. Son was not a fan. He made it, I think, 3 days. And then he's like, nope, there's just too many bits that I am not a fan of. And I was like, that's okay. Because it's one I like solo, so I'm alright with that.
I don't know why I'm running out of stamina I wonder if that infection is factoring into that.
Shouldn't. Are you sprinting? Or wearing
Yeah,
heavy armor?
Well, I don't know if I'm wearing heavy.
Scrap?
Oh, scrap, yeah.
Yep, there you go. Scrap both reduces your stamina regen and your movement speed.
Awesome.
That's why I never wear scrap.
Oh, I see the boys are out heading towards my camp. Jar of honey. I want to cook that baby up. Isn't that interesting? Use. Oh, they're all coming out to meet me. That's real nice of them. All right.
Did you set it on hard enough that it's a good training experience?
This?
Yeah.
No, I have it on easy. However, and I didn't change any of the defaults. But again, I position myself so I'm going after higher tiers and in places I probably shouldn't be. Because hey, it's a learning experience. Just saying.
Yeah, you do you.
I am doing me.
I prefer to set it hard and go after the tier 1s, so I'm at least the knowledge of learning the tier 1s is transferable. But, I mean, bright side, you're seeing stuff I'll never see, so that's cool. Because Christ, I think I've been inside a single tier 5 and I made it maybe 10 feet in and went, nope, and ran away. Went, nah, I should not be in here. I need to go away.
Well,
there was no surviving for me.
I got a curious mind and I gotta solve the puzzle, so.
Hey, no worries. Like I said, you're seeing stuff I'll never see, so that's kind of cool.
Now, these guys are losing their heads. Literally.
Well, that's good. They're zombies.
My stone spear. Just want to let you know. I do have one now.
Well, progress. You're getting there.
Yeah. I've got all sorts of ammo. I could probably pick out a sniper rifle. Probably make a heck of a lot of noise. Now, you know what? I'm going to try it.
I am a huge fan of the sniper rifle. It is a game changer. That, a silencer, and a 8x scope. Oh.
Well, I don't have any of those, but that's going to take
7 days. I'm very much a fan of the silent play style.
792. That's you right there. I don't think I'm going to need 63, so I'll roll half back in. I'll see if I can iron sight this guy. Oh, I got him. Of course, a pipe rifle, so.
Pipe rifle's pretty easy with iron sights. That and the hunting rifle.
Ooh, knocked him.
They're loud, so it's dangerous, but usually hit the target.
He did. Well, it's certainly gaining some interest, that's for sure. Oh, one shot at him.
I made a stack of 100 food for my horse and forgot to put it in the horse. My horse's health is just steadily going down and dropping and dropping. And I was like, man, what the hell? Yeah, it's because I forgot to feed him.
Yeah, and be like me, not picking up any ammo for my gun.
Well, look at the bright side. You're not the only one who makes really silly mistakes. All of us have those moments, which is why I shared. So,
Ooh, knocked her right off her feet. Ooh, I got an old paddle now.
Nice. It's like a two-handed club. It's one of the fairly new things they added on Dead Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good for range. I prefer the stabby because I have a hard time aiming it, but I know some people are just a huge fan of the paddle because it hits hard, it knocks them down, it stuns really well, and it hits at range. So, it might be worth it.
Interesting.
All right, then I'll you. Oh, good lord, it's already 1800, huh? In real life. Yeah, 0342.
Except for all this stuff is just uber heavy. Throw you in there just for the time being. I don't need any 5.56, but I will take the rest in 792.
Are you taking a box, setting it outside in the street, filling it with the heavy stuff, coming back for it later?
Run that by me one more time.
So I take a mission. I go in.
Yeah,
I set a box outside. Dump all the heavy.
Yeah. Gotcha. I haven't been doing that, but it's a practice that that I should certainly investigate.
Well, because we all play together, all of us do it, and that way we know if I show up to some place and there's a box in front, hey, that's somebody's loot, and I just don't even go in that house,
Mm.
And that way we know, hey, that's somebody's in the middle of something. We'll come back later.
Understood.
So it gives you, plenty of time, and you don't feel like, oh, I gotta hurry up, or they'll delete my mission, and it's nice just to not feel the stress. Because zombies chewing your face off already stressful enough. I don't need extra stress, right?
That reminds me
of your chicken.
Oh yeah, I gotta get chicken.
I'm here for you, Jim.
Yeah, somebody needs to be. I hear the thing beeping off here, so there, and to get down, close the door.
Alright, stop, get stamina. Hopefully the wolf won't come get us. Tootling along the roadway. I don't think we're getting 300 riding. Swing in. Try and hit this. Apparently we're running over rabbits. Not really intentional. We're definitely going to skirt around everybody here. Swing in. Grab the copper mine.
Alright, put her in for another 8 minutes.
Nice.
Grab a job here. I don't want to walk 3 kilometers.
I don't blame you. That sounds terrible.
Clear the cabinet. 400 meters away. Close to 1800.
In game?
Yep.
Oh, it just passed 1800 in real life here too.
It is actually.
Shiny coincidence.
I happen to know which time zone you're in, so. All right. So that should take care of my honey needs, or infection needs for a couple of minutes. But I better go find some more stumps before I too far away.
Got the copper mine. Got the stamina. Going down to this one. Campfire. Right here. I'm guessing the other side of the rock. Ta-da, campfire. Oh, alright. Shiny internet strangers, we are going to end the stream.